Session of rescued Raxis. Last time, the party continued their slight divide. For some reason, there were tension. There was friction, you know? People just weren't really getting on. Specifically, one person and the rest of the party. Don't know why there was such an issue there. Especially when he turned up drunk, having done a good thing. Got really, really drunk. Oh, and also Megrin got new legs. Most of the party decided they would then head to the arena. Because why not take two drunks with you? It's perfect time to do it.
Yeah, we can make it 4.
You got to see you, Shane Vagoosh gets dismantled in the arena.
Glorious.
Left arena wasted 2 spell slots to try and get the wizard sober.
Trying to remove his happy drunken phase and leave him with the hangover. Meanwhile, the devil stayed with her brass guy at the home. So, we're at the arena. Still cheering, chanting. It's not a match going on right now, it's just they're watching the books get made. The bets, the odds, names are getting put down, people are getting an idea of what's coming up tonight. And what are you chucklefucks doing?
Just out of curiosity, how many hours is this since the event this morning?
I mean, you're basically getting, close to evening. Dark enough, but that's because it's autumn. You're past sort of dinner time.
Oh yeah, I'm just asking hour-wise, because it's just how long my mage armor is still on.
Oh no, that's gone. You set off first thing in the morning. It only lasts 8 hours.
Yeah.
So there's something to keep in mind for a sober Cornelius.
I love that idea. It's like he sets out in the morning, and before leaving the house, he casts mage armor.
No, I first put that on when we went into the house.
I know, but it's just like, I wake up in the morning and mage armor.
I mean, if you're a warlock with that invocation, yeah, you can just do that every day. I wake up, mage armor is on me. But yes, Cornelius is not really in good communication mode. So it's up to the rest of you. What's going on at the Mo?
Rain has ideas.
I'm buying a round of drinks for the party.
Yay, drinks. Zarzuel's the greatest.
Hooray for alcohol.
Yeah, just for a reminder, was the other dwarf still here?
No, his little gaggle of dwarves aren't. Or do you mean Ushane?
Yeah.
No, you all got to watch Ushane do the walk of shame.
Yeah,
Ushane, what was it now? The guy, the Caragrim, yeah.
Yeah, he walked out after his bout, but he walked out through the arena entrance, not through the building. It's basically like where they let the lions out kind of entrance he walked out of.
He walked out the winner's entrance.
He does not walk through the plebs. Not after that. And on the bright side, you also don't see Malgern's newest buddies.
Bright side for them, maybe.
I mean, not yet, anyway.
I mean, they're lucky. They're lucky not to be here. The guy who beat them last time is also here. The kobold.
In the fullest of health, he's ready to go.
So how much does the round of drinks cost me?
Gold. You're a familiar face here. They like you.
Okay.
It's expensive for drinks.
You're under the part of, a valued customer.
I'll only charge him an 80% markup.
Exactly. He's come here before and he's never really paid attention. Yes, a little increase. But also because you've got Megrin and Malgern with you. So they need to give stronger drinks
Cornelius.
to them.
Yeah.
He's continuing to destroy your liver. Throughout the day, incidentally, while Cornelius was hanging out with Megrin, trying to explain to him what he wanted to do, it was just, again and again, a scene of his glass being very slightly emptied of liquid and being refilled to overflowing. A slap on the back, a hearty laugh, and just constant refillings of glasses. It was even happening between pubs as they walked the streets.
So Cornelius has no idea what's going on because he's never been this potted before.
He was a
Well-
student at one point. I'm assuming that
You've seen what he was as a student, though. He was a grade A student.
Partying was
so-
not
it's
in
not so-
his.
Yeah, like the way Cornelius has been drunk has been either with, like we've seen with patients, like a very subtle, quiet getting drunk.
He's never just been
But the-
lashed.
Yeah, where the part where you just keep going the whole day, getting drunk,
Or you can,
and staying drunk.
not just that, but it's usually been wine. After the wine came the lager, came the spirits. You can see that there's foam behind his eyes. So he has some awareness of where he is, but not much.
Just enough to be able to still know how to cast counter spell.
Well, there's instincts. A wizard
Yeah.
is always on guard. Well, Rain, are you going to enact your scheme?
He's drunk enough. She's gonna sidle on up over to
She's been waiting
Cornelius
for
and
this.
yep. She's gonna go, hey Cornelius. I wave in front of his face.
Ah,
Try to get
there you are.
Hi. Doesn't
Hi.
that arena look
Why
fun
did
right
you
now?
learn how to cast mirror image?
I'm not casting mirror image, Cornelius.
No, she's got sisters.
Yes, that's it. I've got sisters now. Twin sisters.
Oh
Oh God, there's more of them.
I want the two on the left.
You can have them all. Just make them go away.
Come here, you lovelies. And Megrin topples into the crowd, grabbing two random people and just carrying them off in a hug until the other side of the bar. I ever tell you that I am an actor.
That's my boy.
Tug the beard, it's real.
Your string snap.
Twang.
She is shaking her head. So Cornelius, doesn't that arena look fun?
I don't know. She ain't look like he was hurt.
Oh
He
nah,
was
you know
hurt
he's never
as-
hurt.
He almost got hurt as bad as what I did for you this morning.
She gives a very slight twitch and then just shakes her head. Oh no. It probably doesn't hurt at all. Why don't we take a run through in the arena? Just you and me. Whoever wins gets a beer.
Oh, yeah, plenty of beer.
You don't want another one for free?
Did somebody say free beer?
Not for you.
Not here, says the barman.
Malgren just puts his head back down.
Come on, it'll be fun. You gonna turn down a challenge?
You
Give me a con save, Cornelius.
Oh no! Oh no!
There might be another challenge currently going on.
Yeah, and I imagine Ray probably want this to succeed.
Oh shit.
You feel worse, but it's still behind the throat.
Okay.
You don't remember casting Melf's acid arrow inside yourself?
Oh, ooh.
I don't feel good.
It's just that horrible burp that just wafts itself towards Rain.
Ugh.
Oh, come on,
Good, maybe it'll knock
Cornelius.
her
A
out.
little exercise will do you good. That'll fix that right up.
Oh, you are the doctor.
Perfect. How about we do it even simpler? No spells. How about that?
She just wants to beat you with her bare hands.
Yep. No. She has the mace.
Jesus Christ, lady.
I think she's hoping that you don't catch that.
To be fair, you've got a knife.
I've got a knife.
We've seen how that can succeed at times. You've got a sun knife, in fact.
Yep.
There's something very sinister about this. I can't really explain it.
She knows this is her one and only chance to get back at him. So yeah, she's gotten permission. She's gonna go right on and sign them up.
All right. Let's have a look at you then. Give us a twirl, love. Right. And your opponent is that all?
I point. Yep.
There's not more of them, right? There's nothing waiting around the corner. Because you could probably deal with more.
Probably, but it's just between us.
All right. No surprise, your odds on. Alrighty. We got a quick little amateur hour bout. Cornelius, you are helped down the ladder. Basically, a couple of the guys decide to lash you with a rope and just dangle you down. Tell you what, buddy, if you want to come out afterwards, just give it 2 or 3 tugs. We'll drag you.
Okay.
Well then.
The stumble about and just pulls out my fucking the sunblade. Light versus light.
Give me a deck save.
Oh no. Oh,
You managed to avoid cutting yourself with it as you just swing it around a bit and pull it out of your belt. Because you've used this all of once. And while you're proficient with daggers, you're fucking wasted.
yeah.
There you go,
have we
Rita.
gotten the go-ahead?
He's standing there, then there, then there. He can't really stay in one spot.
So have we gotten the go-ahead to start?
Oh yeah, there's not a whole lot of attention at the moment. It's not a big spectacle here. Woman beats up drunk. They're expecting. Although a few start nudging people whenever they bring out the sun dagger. That was surprising. That's a miss.
I'm going to stress, he's swinging and swaying so drunkenly that I can't hit him.
Yeah.
Drunken mass.
It's been a while. Is it something like this?
I believe that's a hit, Rita.
It is, yes.
This is great.
She just sway and
This
swagger.
If this goes horribly wrong, I'm going to die laughing.
That's a bonk. Although, of course, it's only 4. She did 1 more damage on you.
Ah.
Alright, now. You both done an attack here. You both have a chance now to do some sort of improvisational thing to help or hinder. In your case, Cornelius, you could get...
from under him.
What do you try to do?
Sweep the leg.
I want to kick his legs out
You
from
want to
under
sweep the
him.
leg? What about you, Cornelius? Do you have an action in mind? She's
Well,
just
there
clubbed
is-
you. That is a hell of a blow.
Yeah. I imagine just through instincts, he's just gonna cast up Mage Hand and try to cast some sand in her face. It's just pure instinct. Like, he knows that they agreed upon it. It's just instinct.
Give me an Arcana roll, Cornelius. Give me an Athletics roll, Rain. So he topples, and you're just about to swing down, but then his mage hand scoops up the sand, comes up beside your head, and just flicks it right in your face. So your next attack will be at disadvantage despite Cornelius being on the ground. But it's okay.
Yeah,
His attack
sure,
is also
yeah.
at disadvantage. As you're just clumsily flinging at each other.
Yeah, she quite pointedly announces that he is a cheater, pumpkin eater. It still hits, apparently.
It's a pretty bad bonk there, Cornelius. The mage hand is
Yeah.
gone, of course. You're not really in the mood to keep concentrating.
Where is it? There it is.
To the party, well, the two party members do
That's a
watch
miss.
this. Are you watching this bout with interest, or are you just trying to get loaded, Zarzul?
Zarzul's watching the bout with a concern.
Yeah, I mean, it was one thing to say she was going to beat him around, but she is smashing him in the head and body with a mace.
He stabbed me.
He tickled you.
How about you, Malgern?
I'm shouting at Cornelius. Come on, you don't let her win. Hit
Ooh.
her or something.
Roll me a charisma
Oh.
throw. Just straight charisma from you, Malgern.
God. Oh, not terrible.
Cornelius, you have an inspiration dice. 1d8.
I already. Oh, okay, inspiration. Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
use that right away if I can.
Sure, go ahead.
Fucking hit her.
Yep, so that means it hits then. It's 19.
No, you've got to roll it.
Oh.
Okay, I have to roll
You
again.
don't get 8, it's a d8.
Oh,
All right, yeah, sorry.
I thought you.
Or do you want to save it for the next one?
Ah,
15?
He got exactly 15 exactly.
You get her in the knee. All right, Cornelius, you're curling on the ground. Rain, you're still getting grit out of your eye. What do each of you do? This time, Cornelius first. What's your action?
is this the
This is the improv bit.
Advantage.
You're just going to attack
Yeah.
each other, but I'm giving you a chance to do things as well. You could check and look for what's just
What's
verbal
the
and somatic.
chance I could throw cast a shield on a shield of faith on Cornelius without anyone actually noticing.
Cheaters!
This is always what happens. Anytime a D&D party get in a Coliseum fight is, can I cheat from beside? Take a look at what it requires for your spell.
Yeah, verbal, semantic, and yeah.
And it's-
I think
I wanna
there might
point
be
out that I
touch
didn't try to
involved as
cheat.
well.
I
you
didn't
have to
yell
remember,
encouragement.
people are betting on this fight, so I don't think they're gonna judge someone.
It's also a case of this is not a heated bout just yet. If you're going to use your verbal components, they're going to hear you. You need something to get them riled up.
Yeah. No, I'll leave it for now. I don't think I could get away with it.
Yeah, Mal Kern's case, he was just giving moral support.
Yeah. And it worked.
But to be fair, in his case, he really meant it. The guy was sincere. Beat her up. Kick this elf's ass.
Stop trying to hit her and hit her.
You're exactly where I want to be. Hit her. He wanted to do this with her.
Yeah. It really sucks watching another man live out your dreams.
While Rena is still struggling with the sand in her eye, can I use Mage Hand to try and untie her boot?
Yes.
You're really new to this fighting thing, aren't you?
This is what he's been doing when he was getting bullied. Mage hand, untie her shoelaces, and run.
Or undo their belt buckle and run, you know.
This one's a bit trickier though. It's Arcana or Dex, but the DC is higher for one, and you don't know which.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for the Arcana since my Dex is hopeless.
I'm not giving him disadvantage on these because if he was, we get nowhere.
In my
17.
case, oh heck.
Yeah, what are you up to,
I'm
Rena?
just trying to put a boot on his chest and just not let him get up.
That's the one he's untying.
That'll be athletics.
Let me see.
The laces come off, but the mage hand is still kind of holding on to it, so as Rain pulls her foot up to stamp, off comes the boot. And your socked foot puts down on him.
I imagine there's a few. I imagine there's a few people who got a lot more interested in this fight.
There's a slight smattering of applause. There's not a lot. There's not many people who will admit it in the crowd.
Yeah.
Is this what
Just
this
like
match is meant to be? You see a collection of elven women just yelling in Cornelius' direction. Take it off! Show us your orb!
Oh.
My Christmas ornament is just hanging from my belt as usual in my special hook.
Just give it a sweep of the hand to show it's well polished. So, that's an attack with advantage for Rain. Disadvantage for Cornelius.
And then.
Malgurn, do you want to cheer for him again?
Oh God.
Can I? Yeah, yeah.
It'll be another charisma
okay.
roll.
Oh heck yeah! Totally in on this.
So that's 5 damage, right?
That's 5
Yeah.
damage, yep.
Yeah.
You're not undead yet. And you are once again inspired, because the DC increases by 1. Malgurn is frothing here. He's actually getting the people around him riled up by this, because they're thinking this must be some impassioned, bitter blood duel. Whereas the
You got a
opposite side
cheering
thinks this.
section.
Whereas the opposite side thinks this might be an interesting exhibition.
I might as well roll the inspiration.
We've somehow found some sort of
Nope.
paint or something, and we painted
this time.
Cornelius on all our stomachs. We're
You need to get
spelling
a
it
lot
out.
of guys together for that one. So you just
Yeah.
settle for corn.
And
Alrighty.
then you find out Cornelius's brother's there, and he's very confused.
Yep. Alright, at this point, Cornelius has managed to stagger his way up. You're a bit off balance because you don't have the traction of your foot. And then now there's sand between your toes, Rena. But Rains go first on the improv. This could be anything. I'll even allow a spell. Just not an attack one. That goes for you too, Cornelius.
As long as it's not an attack one.
But you are standing there with your long-ass travel sock starting to get filled with sand. That's never coming out. Even prestidigitation doesn't work on sand.
Do I have this?
It's like the fact that everyone's got red dots.
How about this one? Oh, there we go.
You're going to use command on him, okay?
And I'm telling him to sit.
Sit.
Again, this is making that crowd at the far end who thinks it's going to be a bit of an exhibition get more interested.
Rain is starting to get a really weird reputation around this town.
They're going to start wondering if Cornelius can also fit in Pufflesworth harness. Now, Cornelius, do you have your own action? Because you can still try the save on this. You don't have to go for the counterspell immediately, but you can if you just have the instinct to go for it.
Oh, I have no spell slots for counterspell.
Yeah, I wonder why that happened.
Yeah.
I was just looking down his evocation list. Oh, I just have ways to hurt her, but I can't use them.
Yeah, I guess the first part I'm gonna probably have to see if I can save against this.
Yep. It's a case of, if you want to use an attack spell, though, that will be your full thing. You know, improv and your attack.
Mm-hmm.
So you can forgo, trying to deal with this here or any kind of weird action. And go for like a Burning Hands. But yes, if you want to save against command, go ahead.
Well, I wasn't allowed to use attack spell either.
Well, no, you're not allowed to use them as an improv.
Oh, okay.
That's all I mean.
Well, we did agree no attack spell. We agreed no spells at all. That's kind of gone out the window a little bit.
Oh, so you just
Yeah.
cheated, okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, Cornelius is the one who cheated.
With
Because
mage
he started
hand.
with the
That's
mage
true.
hand.
That's true. Feel free to just forget about the rules then.
But what is that I have to roll against the spell save?
That's a wisdom save.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
He's too drunk to hear you. It's just a warbling in his ears.
It's just that part where it's like combined with tinnitus as well.
She's somewhere very far away, underwater, and behind glass.
I'm half wondering if I should make this worse on myself and switch weapons.
You could. Just gonna bring out the crossbow and start shooting.
No.
Jesus. Fuck's sake.
Do you want to change your outfit as well? It's currently the Kalemvor dress. You might give it a bad reputation.
No, she's good right now.
Oh, also, Castalia, on your turn. Congrats, passes assault. Anyway.
Oh, thank you.
Zarzul.
Fuck's sake.
Rain is taking this a little seriously.
You think?
Do you have any suggestions on what you might want to do?
Prepare bandages at this point.
Hang on, I just gotta figure something out here.
Gotta work out your health.
I was about to say I'm two hit points away from being at half health.
She started at half.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's get some numbers for the hell of it. Rain, what are you at?
23.
Cornelius?
I'm at 28.
Perfect.
That's great.
Perfect.
Well, I guess I'm gonna roll my attack now.
Well, hang on, Zarzul. Is there anything you want to do immediately? Anything you want to try to interfere with? If you sneak among Malgern's crowd, it might cover up your verbal.
Hand motions and stuff. No,
No one's paying attention to the kobold.
Yeah, true.
Just a bunch of rowdy people cheering for Cornelius.
Yeah, if you manage to... Hang on, actually I have an idea here. You can roll performance and try to get Malgern and his mates into a haka to cover your somatic components. If you get them organized in your motions for a cheer, it might disguise it.
See if I can get a whole pack of dwarves. It's a cast shield.
Give me a performance roll. That's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are now, while you're both the leader, but also invisible to the general people. There's a lot of burly.
That could be bad. The shimmering field. Don't think I can hide that, can I?
You can't, but... Cornelius, what were you doing?
Well, I'm gonna strike out with my Sunblade,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm gonna just use the inspiration I've had for so many times to make it an advantage. Because I'm not gonna remember to use it any other time.
Luckily, due to his sun knife producing light, it hides the shimmering field. For now. But also, yeah, she struck you with the whip made of flowers and grass.
Oh, just made it.
And again, another stab. You hear vaguely over the usual clamor of the people. That's not the penetration she probably wants. You need a bigger sword.
Oh, please don't tell me he starts throwing weapons in like it's fucking Shadow of the Colosseum.
Just chairs. Everyone's throwing chairs
Shadow
in.
Bro. Give her the chair.
It's the Chairmageddon gif I've got. Alright, new round. Cornelius, your improv or full action first?
I'm gonna throw, as an improv, I'm gonna throw dancing lights in front of the face of Rain to distract her.
Nice, nice. Just tries to blind you with his sunblade and the 3 extra lights all hovering right in front of your eyes. What about you, Rain? Rain? What's your improv?
Let's see. Oh, my mouse stopped working. That would be a problem.
That's an issue, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yay, alright.
The fucking savageness of it. All he's got is a knife made of light, and then you swap to the fucking whip that has slaughtered hydras.
Yep. Oh yeah, you know she ain't playing with this one. She's very very.
She was
pleased with
already
this stage of the game.
smacking him with a massive metal weight with spikes on it.
Well, hey, at least she hasn't pulled out the flaming chicken yet.
You can always scratch at him with it. That is
I think she's just gonna try to bash him in the face with the shield so that he can lay back down.
Okay. So that'll be an athletics roll for you and a dex one. But it'll be a disadvantage because of the blinding lights. So that's a 5.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Dex for
acrobatics
you.
for me.
Yep, if you have it.
Yeah.
You've got to beat a
Well,
5.
it's the same. It's the same roll. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
barely.
beats it.
That's amazing.
I think I just managed to stumble backwards.
Yeah. It's just she shoves, her eyes are suddenly closed by the dancing lights going right in front of her face. She loses track of you for a second. So your attack is at disadvantage, Rain, and Cornelius is at advantage.
Bugger. I have a plan for
Oh.
Yeah, that plan isn't gonna happen.
In this case, however, there is going to be a critical fumble. Roll me a d20.
Uh-oh.
You lash out with sudden lash, draw it high above your head in a great dramatic gesture. It coils around the banister on the second floor. You pull and it's not coming loose immediately.
Uh-oh.
It might take a stronger tug. Cornelius.
Yeah, just try and swipe again.
With advantage. She's currently blinkered by the lights. Didn't even need it. Look at that.
Yeah, holy
You
heck.
get her right in the side. It's a little more forceful than you were expecting, because she was pushing towards you, and then you just sort of stabbed a bit, and her own weight put it on the blade. Keep in mind she's also, what, about 8 inches shorter than Cornelius?
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh, sorry
I want
about
you all to
that.
take
Didn't mean to go so hard.
like, I need you all to take a moment to imagine this fight. Because she's in her leather Kalimvor dress,
Imagining it.
one boot off, one hand encapsulated in the scaled and slightly feathered up glove, the other hand with a fucking whip made out of plant life and a shield, and then Cornelius is just some rich-looking dude.
Who's winning?
And is absolutely pissed.
Like, he's rich, but he's also got a bright-ass fucking sword or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's extra polished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't look all that weird, apart from the orb at his hip.
That he ponders in his off time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Top of a round again. Cornelius, it's... no, it's Rain's improv first, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
I did last time.
What are you
In
going...
this case, I want to have a very I want a scary whisper behind him of my voice that says, "I'm back here now." To try to get him to turn around.
Okay, okay. We'll go immediately on that one. Give me a, let's see, it's usually a wisdom save for fear effects.
Oh, bugger!
He's too drunk to care. He's full of Dutch courage.
I've heard so many different voices today.
He doesn't even recognize his own one in his head right now. It's saying, "Why you trying to kill me?"
That's the pack of
No,
dwarves
we're in
behind
the
him
arena.
cheering.
Nobody's trying to kill anybody.
Muffles it out.
Yeah.
Okay, for my improv, can I cast Charm Person?
You can try, yeah. Don't forget, she is a half-elf.
Oh, oops, didn't actually copy over. Hang on.
I believe even as a half elf, you still get some advantage on it.
I do. I know that. What is it that I get exactly, bugger?
I think it's just advantage. And charm
Let's find out.
Charm person's a whiz save, yeah.
Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh, just beat it.
Yep. Unfortunately, Rain, the whip is still attached to the banister.
Yeah. Okay. She's just letting go of that. That ain't worth that no more. Bonk.
Ow.
Yep, that's a hit. Cornelius?
Now I'm at half health.
Yeah. This is all the damage he's taken today.
Yep.
This morning.
Just gotta swing with the sunblade again, I guess.
Yep, just a straight one.
Oh, yeah, gotta remember to put it back. No, that's good. Ah.
No good. Malgern, do you want to interfere in some way? You're currently getting quite
No.
riled up by the Haka.
I'm quite content with the crowd and what's happening.
I mean, I do have a sneaky idea for if you want.
Go on.
You could deceive the elf and throw her the tosser.
Ooh. I thought about that because I was thinking about that earlier. Like, what if I wanted to throw Cornelius a weapon? And I was like, if I throw him the tosser, does it come back?
Yes!
I offhandedly had that thought before the session started. Like, if it does escalate, can I throw him a weapon? And I was like, if I throw him the tosser, does it come back?
You could throw him Talon. He's not good with it, but he could use it.
Oh no, but it would have been funny. It's like, here, take my tosser. Oh.
Alright, Cornelius, you're improv first.
Man, I'm starting to run out of ideas here.
Yeah, not many spell slots left either.
No, I got a few.
To be fair, there's not far to go for either of you.
Oh. Well, here's one that might be funny. I want to cast Reduce on Rain.
Oh no.
That's a con save, that one.
Oh no.
Rain, what is your improv as you start to shrink?
She's going the thaumaturgy route again, but this time she's going to make the ground tremble to try to just make him fall over in his drunkenness.
The problem is with your reduced stature and height as you run in to bop him with your... You are also upset by the tremors. You are also now, what, about 2 foot tall? 2.5?
This is great.
Yes, he's a small creature now.
I've never seen a goblin so pale.
Zing.
Well, it's gonna be regular hits now.
Oh heck.
Yeah, I think I swing first.
Oh,
Yeah. Doesn't make much of
Sure.
a difference here.
yeah. Oh heck.
He has to reach down a little further and runs out of steam in it, but he does bop you on the head. Is that a hit?
Nope, that's a miss.
That's
Because
a
I
miss.
have 16 now due to a involvement from the kobold.
You try to swing and you just misjudge because now your arms are so much shorter.
Oh, no, it's not that she misses. It's just there seems to be a strange glow that prevents her from hitting through. Because 14 is my actual armor class with mage armor on. I cast it before going into the ring.
You have a dex of 0?
No, I have dex of 1. If I didn't have If I didn't have, then it would be 13. I have 14.
Okay, yeah. All right then, Ray. What is your improv? Malgern, you may laugh.
I egg on the group of dwarfs to taunt the elf.
I immediately latch on to taunting the elf. This sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, there's quite a few voices going, go for it, short stack.
Yeah. She's small.
Step on her now.
And can I go over and make sure the whip isn't going anywhere?
Jesus.
Yeah, you can make sure that the whip is not getting stolen by someone in the crowd. That's what he means.
Okay.
Or do you want to try and stop Rain? Well, she can't even reach it right now.
Both.
Yeah, you start to coil up Sod and Lash.
Okay.
Did you
We're
expect him to come
going
this
with-
kind of shit show?
Just his hair suddenly just erupts in a shower of sparks.
Oh yes, oh very good, yes. Give me a wisdom save. Cornelius says you don't get distracted by the sparks. The DC is not your 16 though, because it's just precipitation, just making sparks. But that still fails. Yeah, put the DC down to about 12.
Yeah. So what would that be? I'm not getting my improvisation.
You are, but we'll see what happens.
All
We're in
right,
nebulous
I'm
territory here.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and kick Rain.
Improv.
She's still, despite being disadvantaged, she's still probably gonna do well because I have 0 athletics.
I have one.
I'm gonna say bold of you to assume she's much better.
Yeah, in this case, you don't get advantage on the kick. You just get one roll. But Rain still at disadvantage, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's like a rat that was coming to eat your toe, you fucking punter. Rain, you hit the wall for 7 points of damage.
So you mean that I drop?
There's just this moment where, you know, there are the Kingsters going, whoa, yeah, and then, oh, like there's a collective, oh.
Just yeet.
There's just a hush of quiet. Malgern takes this opportunity. The boot. The boot. The boot.
And just, there's a meaty hand on each of your arms that just brings them down. No, mate, come on now.
Zazzle's gonna jump down to the ring and
She's-
whack a cure wounds on Rain.
Yeah, but don't worry, she was immediately stabilized anyway.
Yeah.
Because as you jump down, you can see through the ice, through little runners and all on the ground, there's the priest walking around, making sure everyone's okay. She's still tiny for a while.
Yeah, I've just got to spell the.
So as you
reduce
help her
spell.
up, yeah. For a moment, Zarzil, she was your size.
Okay, hear me out here. Can I get my little cohort to hop down into the ring and carry Cornelius off, cheering?
Give me a persuasion roll. It is like the fucking humans game. They are making human stacks to carry you down, lift Cornelius up. However, while they are all geared up for it and celebrating, the rest of the audience, a little bit uneasy with that last hit. Like you start to hear people murmur, like, "I've seen that before." I mean, it was wow. She made this splat on the wall. Like, it was kind of cool. It was cool. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. And a few people are very happy because they took the long shot bet.
They bet
What
on the-
was? Now I got to know what was the What was the bet to ratio?
Considering you were staggering around, it was 10-1. People
You
thought
made
she was
people
just beating
very
up some
happy.
worthless drunk.
She is still very salty that Cornelius cheated.
Only barely.
You came in with a weapon of war. He came in with a self-defense stabber.
He has a dagger. Daggers are deadly weapons. Actually, as a matter of fact,
Like
what are the
saying,
rules
you
for
know,
that? Let me take a look again, because the mace is 1d6.
Yeah, he's a D4.
What?
Yeah,
No,
daggers
are
the sun dagger is 1d6
Oh,
plus
it's a
1.
1d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh,
we
okay.
were at the same thing. Both of us were 1d6 plus 1.
He's slightly weaker than you, though.
Yeah, it came out the same number.
Well, you've got +2 strength, he's got +1 dex.
You have plus 1 to hit also. I only have plus 5.
I only have plus 1 strength.
Yeah, yours is a proper +1, his is just a weird one. Only does it on the damage. But anyway. So, that is... You're getting celebrated, Cornelius.
I'm getting validated.
You kicked a tiny woman across the room.
As soon as the monster I realized that the large reduce, I was like, oh, I know how to fucking finish this.
I feel like it should just end with patriarchy, patriarchy. A gross statement was made here today, but you know what? Some money. People share their winnings. Cornelius, you've made 25 gold today.
Hey.
Yeehaw. You did
And
it.
if you want to come back here, you could always shout a round of drinks at this point and probably never have to buy another round.
Also, there's one slip of paper with Elvish written on it. Can you read
Okay.
Elvish?
Yep.
It's an apartment number.
Oh! Fucking add it to the list.
Rain,
I don't think.
roll me a D100. Let's rub salt in the wounds. That boot is gone.
Oh my god! Oh shit! That's a magical artifact!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it is not gone. Hold on here. Where is it?
I like how he came out of his revelry to panic.
I've got bad news. I can't use locate object till after a long rest.
I
shit,
can.
That's one of Printer's boots.
It's very close, within 6 feet. And as you look around in the direction, there is a shitty fucker who responds to your gaze. It is some ugly-looking dwarf. One who, like Ushane, seems to have made a habit of walking into people's fists.
She marches right over, just gestures the give me gesture.
It was just a souvenir, that's all it was going to be.
The give me gesture one more time.
Yeah, he just sets the boot down, backs up.
Now she's trying to figure out where her whip went as she puts her boot back on.
And you can see that there's just a tangle of moss and vines on Zarzul's shoulder.
She goes to Zarzul, gestures give me.
I'm almost surprised at this point that Rain hasn't received any notes to an apartment number.
I'm running an experiment with catapults at the Fuckleclump compound. You seem to be naturally aerodynamic.
No, maybe she's into it.
It's like Dumbo. Once she hit the air, the ears stuck out and started catching it. So, what do you guys do now? Cornelius, you could have a whole evening of destroying liver ahead of you. Rain, not so much.
Yeah,
I
Cornelius
thought-
going, you're right, Rain. I do actually feel a bit better. It do hurt a bit, but I do feel fresher.
Yeah,
I
let's go get you a drink, winner. Woo!
Yeah.
You know, sure that I'm so glad you feel better.
I'm already trying to pull Cornelius towards the bar. He probably, just like don't pay attention.
Oh yes, he has to touch me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be patting you on the shoulder as she does it.
Cornelius, do you have a defense, or is it just you're swept up
I
in
have
the
no
moment?
defense.
Oh no.
I have no defense other than the spell save. So what would that be? The Constitution?
For fun, we'll do an old style. We'll make it a touch attack. Roll me your wisdom.
Oh, just regular wisdom?
Rain.
Ah.
As she tries to touch you to put the spell on you.
That button.
He doesn't
Roger.
stick out the fucking
Malgern
shield.
just jostles him hard enough to keep him out of reach for a moment. It's annoying too because you managed to pat him twice. The third one you were going in for, it's just whispering quietly to yourself, and then he just fucking hoits it away. You do manage to touch a passerby in the crowd though, who just suddenly stands upright, blinking, rubbing slime out of his eyes. It doesn't sting no more. Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's my good deed for.
To make up for all the shitty
Yes.
deeds you tried to do today. Meanwhile, at the house, dinner's done. It was a lovely meal.
Perfect.
So, business as usual, tomorrow?
Very likely, unless something should come up. I like these periods of rest, and yet I never seem to have much time to do such.
There's a couple of days, maybe. I wonder what's going on with that lot.
Oh, I'm sure they're off having a good time.
Cut back to Ray, not having a good time. You could swear you can taste wood in your mouth from getting smashed against that wall.
I have one more shot at this.
It was very much a case of kick the baby. That's what happened there. It's gonna be another touch attack. And he's still...
Yep.
Well, it's only a minute, isn't it, Zarzul? Shield of Faith is an hour.
10 minutes.
10.
He still got it then. Roll me a d20. We're doing fumbles in this little shits fest. A couple of dwarves come charging in to celebrate with Cornelius, and you are knocked over the side and back into the arena.
Nice.
Hang on, though. You only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you land in the sand. Your dress up around your head as you landed basically on your shoulders.
She's going home.
There is a cheer. There's sand clinging to your hair. No one gets in your way as you climb up the ladder and out.
It's a good thing, or she'd probably smack them upside the head.
It doesn't take long at all, just as Kagratz is cleaning up the plates. Castalia, you see the door open, and there is Rain. She has the face of someone who has had their cereal, and there's a massive shit in it.
How's the rest of her luck?
Disheveled? dented in some places. She has quite a few
Ooh.
cut marks in the dress.
Oh. Did your fight not go well?
She's got a very big bruise developing on her cheek as well.
She didn't tell you that there was going to be a fight.
You look like you've been in one. And lost.
You should see the other guy. He's laughing.
She's
so-
holding up her finger, and you can tell she's trying to formulate what to say. And she's not quite sure what to say.
Enunciation?
One syllable.
She gives Congrats a look and just says, I'm going to go to bed before I cast Burning Hens. I can still do that.
Okay.
Alright, I mean... What did it say? Was it a book? Was it a play?
Well, they went to the arenas.
Probably a play, then.
I was reduced and kicked across the room into the wall.
Oh. So, no, it didn't go well.
Who'd you fight?
I've had Cornelius.
He did this to you?
Why were you fighting Cornelius?
Yeah, why, Rain?
Neither of you seem really suited for the
Well,
arena.
in theory, it would have been a fair fight. And he was also very more interested in that because he was kind of completely... point is, it transpired. I've had several fireballs dropped on my head today. I've been stabbed, reduced, and then kicked across the room. Oh, and then, when I got out, some dwarves ran me over and knocked me back in.
Ooh.
Sleep
I'm
well?
going to bed. Good night.
Rest well.
She goes stomping up to go find Pufflesworth.
Yeah, there's some louder stomps behind you. And you feel a hand on you. A comforting one. Of level 2. There we go. There you go, 8 HP. Yes.
Thank you, congrats.
Sleep well.
Thank you.
I also love it was a fair fight because I was in full fighting condition and he was drunk. That's what she decided was fair.
No, I was in worse condition because if you remember, I had several fireballs dropped on me, and that was my HP from when I started that. I only started with 31 HP.
You take a short rest during the 8 hours.
No, if you recall, I was out taking Pufflesworth for a walkie.
Even when he's not an active issue, he's an active issue.
Yep.
So, back at the bar. Or does Castalia have any comments?
Karen got no opinion.
She knows when to let sleeping dogs lie.
And then back at the bar, what are the guys up to? Who apparently united against the half-elf.
What?
You mean you did have support?
You had a cheering section.
I'm starting to see, Malcolm, why you chose this life of martial combat. It can be quite exhilarating.
Try to think, Yes, it's great, isn't it? Checking how empty is his glass.
It's slightly there.
Let's get you another one, big the champ.
Yeah. Why did Macron disappear at this point?
I mean, he's still fully visible, especially since you're elevated now. He's just been drinking with these two people he grabbed up at random. He's charming one of them. A middle-aged half-elven gentleman who seems interested. The other one a little less so. It's one of the barmaids who just wants to keep doing her shift.
Haven't I taught him better? He's going after elves again? Gross.
Dirtiest thing a dwarf can do, getting it on with an elf. Even goblins have less of a social stigma for a dwarf. At least they dig.
Exactly. Yes.
I just tried to think of the most dirty thing they can do.
Like a drow is higher than a regular elf in that sort of regard. Because again, they understand caves. Yeah. So, do the guys have any intention to go back home?
Yeah, I imagine if nothing else seems to be seeking their attention or anything, I probably imagine at some point they are just carrying Cornelius home as he passes out shortly afterwards.
There's a few drinks thrown once they recognize you as the man who lived as well.
Yep.
Your second greatest performance here.
But that one also involving rain.
Yep.
She brought him back and now he wants revenge.
Dun dun dun.
You brought me back from hell, I'm gonna send you there.
So, provided the power couple haven't gone to bed early, in comes the lads. Cornelius, Malgern, Zarzul, 6 other guys you didn't get the names of.
Yes.
3 women,
awesome.
mostly human, and 2 dogs.
How do they look?
Slightly concerned about how he ended up with so many.
It's simple. Wolfgang met a friend on the way home.
I was about to say, that's Wolfgang State.
Yeah.
I just remembered, didn't I also arrange to meet up with Horizon West at some point?
Yeah.
Oops.
He kind of blew him off to try and beat up Cornelius.
Well, no, she was thinking of doing that after swinging by after the arena.
Yeah, things change. Like I said, it was going to bed early, because this is not long after dinner time. By the strike of the bells and all in the city, you're probably around 6:30 to 8.
You went to bed without dessert because you're so upset.
Well, she didn't finish her wizard.
Yeah.
How do you expect to get dessert if you don't finish your wizard? But yeah, they are raucous and enjoying. They're jubilant. Cornelius looks particularly happy and confused. Zarzul looks confused and concerned. And Malgern looks the happiest he has been in weeks. You also see him gesture and mime to the other gathering folks about the arc of something moving through the air. And then smacking his fists together to make the impact sound. Well, it's your scene, you fuckers. Speak.
Yeah, hello, we're back.
Hi. Well, you still look pretty bad, but you certainly look better than Rain.
Oh, yes.
Who are your companions? Question mark?
There are names. They are all spoken at once, loudly. A syllable has gotten out. Je. The rest is noise. Might be Gerald.
No, I don't. Yeah, Cornelius just gonna look at them and squint his eye and then just look back. I don't quite actually recall.
It's time for some more names then.
Well, you don't have to. This is just considering I imagine everyone is just talking with everyone else, is just following along.
There you go. That'll do. To be distributed
Randolph,
however you
Gerald,
wish.
Norbin, Redcliffe, Valkett.
You don't know if that's the name of the dogs, the women, or the men. Everyone is quite drunk. Rain, as you try to get to sleep, you hear a lot of clamoring noise in the main room of the house. You hear cheers, you hear yells.
I imagine there's the Raxis version of Come On Eileen at one point starts being bellowed.
More like, he's the champion, my friends.
At this stage, she leaves the room, she shuts the door, and she heads out. She is deciding that maybe it might be better to go find Horizon West and see if she can borrow his men.
Holy shit, I think I recognize that woman. She got tall. I thought, pointy ears too. I've never seen a gnome that height.
A what?
A gnome. Not everyone was paying attention from the start.
Yeah, I
I'm
imagine
not
most
sure.
people paid attention once they heard the fucking slam against the side.
Is this Rain's worst moment? It's close, isn't it?
She has a finger up, and she's clearly thinking of doing something with that one spell slot she has left.
Guiding bolt.
She has that. More likely, she really wants to do a thunder wave. But she thinks better of it, and she walks out the door.
This fucking almost murder room of people.
Yeah, that's wow.
No, she's thinking of it, but she doesn't
Yeah.
do it because she's not that bad. But the thought came into her head.
Sorry. I know it's not it's more his and Tally's and his house, but probably don't want to have all of you stay over. So maybe you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. We don't we don't have extra alcohol, and 4 of them are already out the door.
He said the words, yeah.
Including one of the dogs.
Oh.
Hopefully it belonged to one of the people who left. You two, how have you been doing this evening?
Oh, quite well, actually.
So have I!
Apparently.
You should have seen him.
I think I said rain flying. I
You-
don't quite remember.
Oh, you do. You remember that. That was a moment you are so proud of. It's etched in your mind. It's like, you're just... Because you're not really equating it as kicking rain. You're thinking of all those few times in the Wizard College when they tried to make you do sports.
Oh god.
And there was that one
And then
weekend of
fuck-
Goat Ball, and just you could never fucking kick it off.
This time was a fucking field goal.
Yep, this time you got the toe in the exact dead center, and it just went flying.
Hey, since Cornelius also had half health, how much of it looks like bruising from a mace on him?
Quite a few strikes, yeah, especially around the head. She was pretty vicious.
Oh god, so it's like smeared off the right blood as well.
well,
The head is looking a bit wonky.
well, at least he's gonna sleep well tonight. Though he's gonna be sore in the morning.
Both will be.
Make sure
Yeah.
to serve up the people. Make sure to serve the guest.
With what?
Pull out my cobalt wine.
Oh.
That's basically the response you get from people who can read the label. Ah. Later.
And-
They were expecting fancy shit from a fancy man.
I might be drunk, but I'm not that drunk that I'm gonna waste it on them.
Have we just got rid of the rest of them?
Yeah, it's just you guys now. It's very amazing how quickly the Sir Buzz Killington can kill a party.
Oh, this guy sucks.
Rain. You're at the apartment. The door is in front of you. As is a slightly surprised maid of the house. Are you
Open
all
her
right,
and
miss?
asking to get mauled by a fucking bear on the way? What happened?
Miss, were you mugged?
No. I've had a bit of a day.
I will draw a bath.
I would think that would be amazing.
He's in.
Oh, good. She goes right in.
And you just see, while you are aching, sore, your pride has been shattered. He is lazing there on a hookah, reaching across to a bowl of sweet fruits, with just the hat on.
Hello, darling.
Oh, my lady. The hat comes off the cover. I did not think I was late yet. I still thought we had time before you. What happened? Was it another adventure?
Uh,
Come
there
in.
was.
Sit.
She does. And she just goes, so there was a bit of one, and then this is I may or may not have had several fireballs dropped on my head. That was the start of it.
He's yelling for a maid to draw a bath.
She already is.
Oh, good. Would you like a wine? A glass of water, even?
No, water would be a better idea.
Yes, of course. Immediately, yes. Please, rest up. I'll a few more cushions. Yes, there you go. Please, take all the weight off you. It's fine.
Thank you. We had an incident.
Perhaps started by someone.
Well, no. The first incident was with the hand.
Yes. Second incident, however, did not need to happen.
No. She was just mildly salty over the fireballs.
She's probably not going to let him know this.
Oh. But she would explain the whole story about the undead Onis and the house.
He is wide-eyed, attentive, and you can see his confidence is whittling away even smaller. They knew your past, who you were, your friends as well, all of them?
Yes.
This puts a chill thoroughly up me. I've not... it's tales of ghost ships that have brought me that kind of feeling before. I almost saw one, in fact. That is horrific. And all this is from... You've been like this the whole day?
Well, no. Okay, so so first we had that. That was not very good. So I was not doing that well, but I had responsibilities where I'd promised Pufflesworth I would take him out to have some fun.
I could have recovered my injuries, but I wanted to walk the dog.
Yes, it's like, so I told him I would take him out. So I wasn't going to go back on what I said. So while I wasn't feeling that good, I still took him out.
Cannot fault you for maintaining a promise. Yes, that is... Continue, please. Yes.
Yeah, then we went back. And then Cornelius came back. And we went to the arena. And then Cornelius and I went down into the arena, and that's when the rest of it happened.
Why on earth did you go down there?
That's a long story. I'm not going to go into that. But to make a long story short,
The longest version of that story is I challenged him.
yes. But to make a long story short, he cast a reduce on me, and then he kicked me. And I kind of went flying, and he was completely and utterly piss drunk.
The cat!
And
That he would do such a thing to you. He is standing up, he's putting on his trousers.
she just puts a hand on his shoulder and said, Horizon, we were in the arena, that's what we're supposed to do.
But why would he do such harm to you? Why did he pull you down into that horrible place?
He didn't.
Why were you fighting?
Because it was a challenge. I challenged him.
Fucking roll deception.
I said I challenged him.
Yes.
Okay, that came out at last.
I said it.
Oh.
Saucy worded it to Cornelius.
Oh,
Although technically it would still be deception because that's not why she's trying to convince others of it.
No, all she said was it was a challenge. She didn't lie about it.
Oh yeah, but it's more like you're trying to convince others because you had it for other purposes, is what I mean.
No, she admitted that she challenged him.
So, and you're all right with this outcome?
Yeah. My pride is bruised. I was reduced and kicked. I can't technically blame him for that because I was the one who put us down there in the first place.
But she will.
Oh yeah, she will, but she can't technically.
There's
blame
going to
him.
be there's going to be an art piece in the Colosseum of that exact moment.
Just. It is all right. I have just had a very, very, very complicated day.
Well, it's I cannot I know what to do. I will make this night wonderful for you.
Thank you.
And he does. Bath, big meal, nice alcohol, lovely music. He brings in musicians live.
She can almost forget that the day was horrible.
Almost.
Is there anything else for the rest of you before the night ends?
No, I think Cornelius is probably done.
Yeah, he's being attended to by a panicked goblin. Doesn't like seeing his tutor being in this condition.
I imagine Cornelius is also having a bath drawn to him by Droop.
Yeah, but it's not as fancy as Horizons. It's kind of a metal basin sort of thing with the feet sticking out.
Yeah.
We couldn't find live musicians, so here's Malgern with a kazoo.
On the bright side, though, it's magically conjured, so it is nicely detailed, Cornelius. It's just it can only take up a 5-foot cube. Conjuration wizard, it has limitations.
Yeah. Also, I'm just imagining how infuriating it must be for Patience at this moment where she's trying to put some wizardry into the ring and then fucking Cornelius comes in and shows how it's done.
Unintentionally as well.
Yeah.
So that's the best part.
That's the problem,
Rain
though.
was so confident.
That's the problem, though. She was trying to do this in an artistic way to get people interested by the style of it. He did the kicked in the groin. I made her small and punted her. Isn't this hilarious, people?
I mean, he knows what the people want. I mean, we were eating it up.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean was I imagine that's gonna piss her off.
Oh, yeah. Of course, there's a cacophony of metal from the next door as Kagratz finally gets rid of his armor.
Of once, Cornelius doesn't even notice because he's already out.
Yeah, Droop is panicking and quickly having to pull up Cornelius' head above the water level a few times. But night falls, morning arrives. Cornelius, a constitution save, please.
Oh god, yeah. Here we go.
There it is.
You feel like you have 3 stacks of exhaustion mounted on you right now. You feel the worst you ever have. There is not a drop of moisture in your mouth, unless it's acidic. Your head feels like it is being crushed by Malgern's thighs, with all of the horrible connotations of what's in front of you because of that. Everything feels awful, except for your injuries. Those bruises are actually kind of okay. But
yeah,
it
I
just
only feel like I have exhaustion, right?
Yeah, you only feel it. And it'll go away throughout the day as long as you hydrate, but for now you feel horrendous. It's just like something has drained... Like, you can just imagine a syringe being put into your brain and pulling every drop of moisture out and filling it back up with chili sauce.
That sounds amazing.
No, it doesn't. When you had migraines like that, no.
Yeah, no, I know. That's
That's just these sounds coming from Cornelius.
Malgern, you feel fine.
Yeah.
Zarzul, pretty good. Everyone's got their HP back and up to half your hit dice. Oh, correction, half your hit dice back at least.
I mean, I had full hit dice because I didn't need to use them yesterday.
Other people are in a different situation.
Yeah.
Alright, time to refill Congrats' health.
I imagine it's just the part where Cornelius can't even really shout. You just have to hope that Droop is nearby.
Oh yeah, of course he's in the drawer. There's already a jug of water beside you. It is cold. He is constantly flexing his prestidigitation to make sure it is cold.
Oh, thank you, Droop. As I shakingly try to reach for the glass.
It's not the best morning you've ever had. Potentially not the worst, depending on Cornelius' lifestyle. But it certainly feels like a milestone. This is a night that you will compare others to, not the other way around.
Zazzle is currently cooking breakfast.
The smells are lovely. They do not appeal to you at all, Cornelius.
Oh, God.
There's nothing in you, but you don't want anything more than just water.
Yeah.
Just fluid, that will do.
Well, it's bad enough with the water as well.
Yep.
Oh, Droop, please do something about the air.
I'll get him to stop. No, windows. He just conjures up a few sheets and just starts, packing around the door.
Yeah.
Opens up the window so you get that lovely street air.
Oh.
Luckily,
Right
they have
next-
plumbing in Raxis.
Yeah. But today, of course, is also the day where someone has a mobile booth and they're just roasting something terrible.
Yep.
Right beneath.
Get your Icewind Dale haggis, made from the purest of goat.
Oh, God.
And this is the one day that Lesser Restoration is not in that house.
Yep.
Zarzul might have
It
it.
is.
Yeah. Whether he'll use it is a different question.
Well, it depends whether Cornelius actually comes out of his room or not,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Rain, you awaken. Ow. You wish you'd hadn't. It's not like the injury is still there, but psychologically you feel it is. You can still feel where the boot connected. You don't even notice the stinging of the scratch marks on the back.
Well, I mean, she's kind of used to that.
It's just how cats cuddle as well. It could be a hug, that's all it is, and they shred you.
But she is staying in a comfortable bed right now.
It is a lovely place to be. There is rich, scented coffee, a few perfumes rolling around. Peaceful. The walls and windows are thick enough that you can't even hear the streets outside. And you know by your side of the bed.
She is very contented.
And you know at your side of the bed there are a few charmed instruments where if you just tap them, they'll play. They'll play a few notes for a while. Malgurn, you awaken enraptured by your displacer beast. As is always the case.
This is normal.
Yep. But you fully remember how you got there this time. You remember everything that occurred that previous night. And Castalia, same. A lovely awakening. No issues with sobriety or injury.
Ah, wonderful.
And a whole day of possibilities. Loud possibilities, because you're in the room next door to Cornelius.
God.
It's congrats on all of his -2 to his dex as he just starts, putting his weight against the wall, scratching a bit with the scales as he's trying to get his trousers and boots on. Standing up too tall and hitting the ceiling, just all of that reverberating into your room, Cornelius. It sounds like a fight.
Just feebly try to knock against the wall, but it just comes barely, it just barely connects with the wall. The reverberation through the arm is too much.
Your door is wrenched open, quickly closed, quietly. Castalia, at your door, you hear it. Rapid fire knocks.
One moment.
Yeah, and not decent yet. Am I? Are these on? These are on. Right. How are you? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
those are on.
Yeah. Oh. Probably put something on there. Or maybe not. Yeah, we're doing things today. Yeah. Go ahead.
I open the door. Yes?
And there's Droop. He actually looks angry. Could you please be quiet? The master is very he's very sensitive right now, and all the noise is not helping.
We can try.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
Droop, calm down.
Poor Droop.
You need to calm down. He'll be fine. He just needs a little rest.
He looked very distressed.
He's just, if I remember from last night, a little sore and just a little hungover.
Probably very hungover. Yeah. He reeked of it. It'll be okay. I'm almost out of a room, Droop. It'll be fine. Yeah, and remember that, please. Be courteous to your neighbors. See, Castalia, he can point at him. He doesn't do it with you.
Yeah, he's learned manners.
Yeah. It's him picking his fights, though, on who he's going to be more sort of angry with.
Yeah.
Because he knows congrats won't hurt a fly.
He's learning.
Sally's not so sure.
As long as he doesn't, as long as he doesn't directly attack Castalia, he should be fine.
Well, that's the case. Like he knows that congrats wouldn't do it because he's a big, proud, noble hero. He's not so sure of Castella because he's seen what she does in fights.
Hmm.
Will she entirely just write him off as a non-threat? He's not sure. Thank you. Sorry again. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry.
Please, just relax.
I am. I'm perfectly calm and relaxed. I'm fine.
Just you sound like the world is coming to an end.
Hmm. It might.
Well, you just sound overly nervous, like as if any little thing you're going to do is going to blow up in your face.
That's been my life, yes. Have you seen my spells?
And they're quite amazing.
They're not what I intended to do.
No, but the accidents are amazing.
He screamed.
Mm.
Then there was that fish that just blew up ahead. The frogs! So many frogs! I don't think those ones were real, though, so that's okay.
Oh, way to start a morning here, having moral conundrums with a goblin.
If I don't do this right, then I can't do it at all. Wizarding is a very important science. It's the greatest art and field for a person to engage in. To be a wizard, one has to be perfect, like Master Cornelius.
Please.
If only he knew.
No wizard is perfect. That is why they always strive to obtain more knowledge.
Oh, well, I know he makes mistakes on there. I just mean in his spells. His spells are amazing.
And so will yours be, with time and practice.
Yes, what he needs. More practice. More constant casting.
Well, he also needs more confidence in himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but thank you for keeping it down. It's just that he's got a very bad headache right now. I'll help lay the table, so breakfast be ready soon, I think. Zarzul cooks up well. Okay. Bye.
As Droop is going back, I'm going to offer him a drink of herbal tea that should help Cornelius.
He still uses prestidigitation on it. But not in front of you. Thank you,
Okay.
this will be perfect. Yes, thank you. It is so many smells, Cornelius. Like, they're good, but it's a lot to take in. It's like more than 2 ingredients.
What is that?
It's a tea that Zarzul made.
Ugh.
He said it would help. And he's, he's very good at injuries and recoveries.
Very well.
I think
I
he's
got to do
also...
my best to...
I think as a
What were you
ranger, he's
gonna
also
say?
meant to be good with plants and nature.
Oh, I can't believe he knows something about plants.
Animals, on the other hand, different matter.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try my best to see if I can prestidigitate so some of the smell will disappear a bit, just to make it easier to get it down.
It is just the best cantrip.
Yeah. It won't work in CRPGs, but in regular D&D, it works.
Yep. Such a shame, bet. So, who's doing something? Should we remind Cornelius he was meant to go horse riding possibly today?
No, I didn't know it was today. I just knew it was at some point.
Yeah, there was no set date. Just wanted to panic you.
Okay.
But yeah, who's got activities they want to engage in?
I also want to remind people that we had the rewards between the two houses we have yet to collect several weeks after we said we were going to think about it. The one where we could only collect it from one of them.
Yeah, for helping the two who were rune engraved.
Yeah, but they were from two different houses, so it was only be one we could collect from. So one from the purple and the blues. Or was it another house?
No, it was just two different houses, and they were both different sides of the order.
Okay.
Because one was specifically for helping this person, the other one was for doing your duty to the kingdom kind of thing. It's just polite to offer those, and for them to be accepted. Also, man, I thought we had a party here. It's just you and me today, Scotch. Speak up, you lot.
I was talking up, but I'm not there right now.
Malgurn,
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah, I was just mentioning this too. If anyone wants to do this,
And you've also got your possible request to either be fulfilled by the random box or for you to suggest something. Except for Malgurn.
and
did?
Cornelius at this point.
Yeah, Cornelius is done. Malgurn was done before the job was finished. Yobby will never forget.
Yeah, show some respect to Jobby.
Fucking Yobby!
Get out of the window.
After all, he spelled Cornelius correctly, right?
Yeah.
You've had weeks, by way, to think about what you might be doing the next day in the campaign. I would assume some of you have an idea. Castelli, you've got an itinerary. Go.
I'm gonna take the day off.
Oh God.
Well,
That poor blacksmith.
Well, I'm going to mute my mic. It's up to you guys to do something.
Well, whenever Rain eventually ends up back over there, she's going to eventually mention that they really have a sword to go get.
Yep, it's 9 p.m. She has finally emerged from the lap of luxury.
Yeah, I imagine Cornelius at this point has also managed to slowly make his way downstairs.
It's a bit of a Howard Hughes kind of situation. Hunch forward, many sheets, frail, limbs shaking. Every ounce of light coming through windows is pain.
Do we have curtains down there?
Fuck no.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
For a while, I mean, some of the rooms don't even have beds. Let alone any
home
extra
sweet
furniture.
shithole home.
Yeah. You could probably bring in some rocks for Malgurn's room to make him feel more natural.
hey.
No, you made it back, Rain.
Hi. Are you? She's just kind of stops. Are you still hungover?
I believe so. I
Oh,
gotta
hold
be honest,
on.
I don't remember much from yesterday.
Good.
You do remember the kick.
Yeah, I only remember one thing. I think I kicked you.
I like to imagine.
Just take this.
I like to imagine
Take
the
this
hand
and I'll
reaching out with a Lesser
explain.
Restoration stopped for a second.
Before continuing.
Yeah, but then going forward.
Oh, thank you, Rain.
As for a moment, the
You're
spell
welcome.
changed from Lesser Restoration to Inflict Wounds.
Yeah. I don't remember why though.
We were in the arena.
Hang on, coming down. Kind of want to hear this. It was a big thing last night. After all, this kid Grash just comes down the stairs heavily.
She just kind of face palms.
sitting there with a tiny teacup.
We were in the arena.
Yeah, that bit I
Oh
got.
yeah.
Yeah.
We also agreed no magic, and then you started using Mage Hand to throw sand in my face.
I think I just took my hand through sand.
No, it was a Mage Hand.
Oh, well, sorry about that then.
And then you made me tiny.
Yeah, remember that part. Just couldn't remember the context.
He has a vague
I guess
memory
it
of
was a little
Patience.
needless.
There's also a vague, hazy memory of, was it Patience stepping on top of you? Then you were lashed with a
Yeah,
whip, and that felt very confusing. Why was it Malgern? You also just remember a lot of hairy bellies with letters on them.
Oh God.
Go corn.
Oh no.
It's probably also on the booking form, to be fair. Like, they write down Rain, then the odds, and then they start writing Cornelius and realize they've not got enough space, so it just trails off in the corn.
They were not taught enough in school to deal with that many syllables.
It's just that, you gotta save space,
Yeah.
make the numbers big so everyone knows what to bet.
Yeah, I guess they just wrote the first name. It wasn't the last name.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
So, you two aren't going for a round two, are you?
I could
Likely
not possibly
not.
imagine why I would.
Good. That's good. Just worried, Rain came back with a bit of a sour air to her. Thought maybe sort of lingering feelings.
No,
Well, certainly
no
not in my
lingering-
case.
I just gave him a lesser restoration.
I know, but then you just heard him say, "Not in my case." He has no continuing resentment.
Yeah,
he
they
won.
had no resentment to begin with. After all, I was just challenged to a friendly bout.
I think we'll be fine.
I mean, after all, I think I remember it was a challenge, wasn't it? I mean,
yes.
Yeah. Why would there be any resentment?
I don't know, Rain. Why would there?
Because I got yeeted into a wall.
And before that, in the start of the day, you were exploded multiple times.
Yeah,
but that was the thing in the first place. I got exactly what I wanted out of that. I got to whack you upside the head a couple of times for dropping several fireballs on my head.
And remember, it wasn't that you were yeeted, this horrible word, you were punted. He was going between the field goal bars.
Yeah, trying to score points.
Yeet would indicate that I had picked you up and tossed you.
Yes, to be yoked means to be handled.
A punt is definitely a small person getting kicked. Yes, I suppose it is. I should apologize to you all for yesterday that I wasn't doing up to my best. I'd almost annihilated the entirety of you.
Sounds kind of egotistical when you say it like that. It has nothing to apologize. It wasn't you. It was spells can be dangerous.
Fireball.
Yeah, but it wasn't him doing the spells. It was controlled by
yes, but it was
horrible
but it was
creature.
my failure to fathom my faculties to prevent such a thing from happening.
You can't go thinking like that.
Oh, yes, you can.
Does she say that out loud automatically, not realizing she's saying it out loud?
He could hit.
It's the moment he
That's coming
said
from
it
the
out.
person who's
Yes, he
tried
could have.
to use command a couple of times.
Yes. For this time, I have to agree with Rain that I'll need to strengthen my resolve so it not happen another time.
Well, that is the right sort of attitude. Don't blame yourself, but yeah, it's something to improve on. Take heart, have a clear head, and just
Heart of the cards.
what?
She doesn't know. She just feels possessed.
That more of it. Sort of play dice more. The cards are a bit difficult with the hands. Congrats looks up. Is there any sign of Castalia? Is she still in the bedroom?
She's come down.
So you also might have got to hear some of that story.
A little bit.
Including the punt.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wonderful moment, that is. That's going to live for a while.
At some point later on with us, there's only a few things to do. Quick! I have an idea.
I need to get her
Do
across
some
that
rain.
pit very quickly. I've done it before, I can do it again.
This is the only way I can save you, punt.
Alternatively, he does it to himself. Fine, you get one of your own, just save me.
Oh no, but that means I lose concentration when kicked.
Oh no! I did not think this plan through.
As he goes to full size through the hole in the wall.
Oh god.
Oh.
Just hear a wet squelch.
Yep.
Oh.
So, new business, old, but
Yes, I believe we have some business in the nobles' quarters. We have a reward to receive from either the cerulean or the assailants. From the victims of the horrible body carvings. Each of the houses was giving up a reward for saving them. Now, of course, the question will be if we are going to take from. Now I can't remember the name, but assailants. What is that color?
Azale is pink, Cerule is blue.
Oh yeah, that was it. I was just for a moment I was confused.
Yeah, Azale is the flower, the azalea.
Yeah. So the question is if we're gonna diversify our allegiance to the factions in here, or if we're gonna go all in with the rules.
Wasn't our job to support the Cerules and find the royal family?
No, those are of different houses, not to the ruling family.
Yeah, technically, we don't have any allegiances whatsoever. It's
So
just we
far-
trying to get the princess.
So far, the Ceruleans have just shown the most eagerness to try and help us in this, and help finding the princess. But it might not be a bad idea to make sure that we don't seem to be holding to one side, in case they're trying to make things difficult for us.
Well, we have done a small favor for Caragrim.
Personally, I think it would be a good idea to more openly take a reward from the assailants. The Ceruleans already know very well how we stand with them, considering the favors we've done with them and the things we've talked about, but it might not be a good idea to make the assailants think that we are open to any jobs.
Also, for full clarity and a reminder, you are nominally hired by Sildar Hallwinter, who is part of a Lord's Alliance, but this isn't quite on the books of that. Your one contact you had in the city is a Cerule Knight, but generally it's kind of a Lord's Alliance thing. But mainly an independent thing. Due to political issues.
Yeah, they're trying to keep this as like their hands off this as much as possible. So the less that we know about how, other than just trying to find the princess, the better for them.
Because I was just laying out like the regime that was deposed was interested in joining the Lord's Alliance. The current, like the upcoming regime, not so interested.
So yeah, the idea here is basically it might not be a bad idea to also get favors from the others just to maybe get a little more on the
Maybe
inside.
Yeah, that's understandable. What say you lot? Dwarf? Half elf?
I was waiting for somebody else to say something for a change.
Yeah, I know, that's always the fucking case. Everyone has that feeling and they just sit there. 2 years. We are past 100 sessions. I think by now you guys should start talking.
Malgern, what do you think?
Let's go. Woo.
Oh, for
Yeah,
fuck's
but
sake.
in the terms of assailants of Ceruleans. You
6 of one, half a dozen the other.
Probably the Azalians. We may as well just
Dear.
keep on doing both sides.
Yeah.
Who knows which side will actually get a reasonable lead from.
While my computer loads up again.
So I say we do try and help the Azales a bit. We might get another point of view.
Grass, you have any input on this?
Um,
You're pretty much as much as part of this.
I kind of just, think on the helping people in general. I not really thought about sides.
Political issues.
Yeah, what she said. So, I'll be here as long as we're helping people.
Right then. Well, I shall pen a letter. I shall pen a letter and send it to them that we wish to request an audience. Actually, did we? What was the way we were to contact them?
It was intentionally vague, but yes, basically RSVP.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just pen a letter, and at some point we're gonna go up to the gates and
Because they
or
were making
however
the
we
offer, and then it's basically, yes, we're interested in accepting this, and then the offer and the meeting. No point, wasting prep time and protocol if it's not being accepted.
Yeah.
And they need to have time to rub it in their opponent's face of, we got them. They said yes to us. Ha ha ha!
Yeah.
As a nobleman, you understand this succinctly.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna pen a letter saying that we would be more than happy to accept their
Troubles.
their
Their-
honors, yeah, for aiding such a say noble house
Yes.
of Raxis. Yeah.
Best wishes, hugs and kisses, the dog likes you.
Yeah, then I get. Is it either we give it to the guards at the gate, or is it like other ways?
I mean, you'd assume that's the most secure, but there are plenty of couriers running the city. In fact, Siegfried even worked as one for a while.
Oh yeah.
It's the kind of case where you sort of, flag down guys standing around at the fountain and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get
Just a runner.
a runner, because you don't show up to the gate yourself.
Yeah.
You pay some plebe to do it.
Exactly. Or you could send Droop. That'll go well. Or Malgern, that'll
He's,
go even
well,
worse.
he's not a plebe. He is an apprentice of the wizard Cornelius.
Fine, Malgern.
Fuck you.
I mean, he is the son of a great clan chieftain. It's just that you wouldn't think it.
Daddy didn't love me.
He certainly doesn't say it out loud. Me? No, I didn't have an heir. I like my nephews, though. Good kids.
Yeah, I've got to go out and find someone of a bit more higher official, like
It's,
someone with a good recommendation of
yeah,
runners.
like it's easy to find one that has actually cleaned himself today.
Yeah, someone that has a uniform, basically.
Yeah. You're down a silver piece, but you feel confident in your choice.
And of course, it was wax sealed.
Of course. Certainly no way in a land of magic that would be gotten rid of.
Absolutely not.
Ah.
I mean, good thing I didn't know the war spell, otherwise I would have put it on.
That's
I mean, I have alarm.
Yeah, but that. Yeah, do you want to put the alarm just to scare anyone who is not allowed to open it?
No, because they'll probably scare whoever meant to open it.
Yeah, she doesn't know who's going to open it.
Yeah, good point. And I wouldn't know who would open up a water letter as well, so just fucking hear an explosion in the noble quarters.
Whoops.
Well,
Oh, right.
we've
He
chosen
had
our
the servant,
side.
but
Due to an act of terrorism, we are now locked in with the Cerules.
the part with, oh, right. He probably had a servant open it for him. Shit.
Why did you use the thermonuclear alarm spell?
I think we would be wiped out as well then.
Just very localized, it's fine.
All right. Well, now that's done with. I think it's about time that Cornelius tries to figure out what Constantine is doing right now.
So you focus your mind on sending?
Yeah.
Alright. Have you composed your message?
Yeah, it's a simple one. Constantine, are you still in Raxis? Where can we meet?
Cornhole?
Fuck's sake.
I'm so glad. Cornelius?
Of course, he has the same fucking intelligence level as the fucking dwarf.
Probably lower. He's killed more brain
Yeah.
cells for drink.
Say my intelligence isn't that bad.
Yeah, it says it's a 0.
Yeah.
Just
I
think
have
your
average
justice and
intelligence. Me smart.
Actually, you
got
have above average.
Oh.
Average is 8.
Oh, okay.
I also have sending in case you need extras.
In case you need that.
Yeah, generally, 8 in all stats is considered the average human.
Yeah.
I always thought a 10 was, no modifier. But,
Yeah,
No.
I've got to try again, and this time with an audible sigh just to add it into the message. Saying, yes, are you in Raxis? Where can we meet? 25 words. Go.
No, I'm in a Maiden of Neverwinter. Your voice is not helping.
Oh!
Bye!
oh, that's great.
Okay, well, I'm
So
going to assume
Cornelius
that
makes
means
quite an expression.
Uh,
But at least you know he's not in the city.
yes. Okay, good.
Oh, that was great.
Your voice is not helping.
Or
All
is
right,
it?
well, that's got to move a list of suspects then, and I don't have to worry about him at this very moment.
Except when it comes to Succession.
That's
I
his
feel like-
problem.
I feel like Constantine is becoming like, I know who did it, red herring.
Yeah, that's exactly the case. Whenever Cornelius just immediately accused them.
Wasn't me, you idiot.
I'm not even in town this episode.
The writers are really good on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the very least, we can probably. It doesn't matter if he was involved in intercepting the message.
Because you do know,
That was-
basically from the day you said goodbye to him, that's pretty much how long it would take to get to the coast and all.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it took you guys about near a fortnight to get from there to here.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely, as long as he's truthful. But you imagine he was. He was quite earnest. You are not helping.
I can't. I feel like he wouldn't lie about that.
Yeah.
The Chad Constantine, of course he wouldn't.
Yeah, I imagine that would be one thing that he wouldn't bother lying about to Cornelius.
Twins they were.
I'm so sorry, Constantine. I really am.
Well, at the very least, we know he's not involved in the deception of the papers we were trying to get from the temple.
Well, what'd he say?
It doesn't matter. Let's just say it is enough information to know that he is not near or in any way involved.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does, of course, still put a question to what the criminal syndicate here, if they truly are just involved in trying to get a powerful artifact, or if they are involved with a dragon cult.
Mm.
And of course, the question also becomes if the necromancers that we know, Enclave, we know that it is here, if they are involved with it as well. I would imagine they would not say no to finding a powerful resource of magic.
I don't know. That resource of magic kind of distorts whoever touches it. Necromancy always seemed to be one of those, make it come back, not make it into something else.
So, as far as we can see, it is also mostly because it is unknown how to control it yet.
As Castalia says, congrats just side-eyes Rain a little bit to see if she's got something to say on the matter.
I was going to mention, back on the original topic. Hold on, because I'm trying to remember. If I recall, what we gave them to translate also was picked up, correct?
Yes.
Why don't we try using locate object on that and see where it is?
I think we did.
Doesn't
No,
that-
we used locate object on the hand.
I tried for the mask as well. It didn't work.
I mean, you could try the paper, I guess. But we don't know what the paper is. We just know there's some words on it.
Well, no,
Yes.
I meant the original paper that we handed over.
That's alright, still got the
With
clay
the-
scales themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I made two
rubbings.
markings. So I have a copy of it untranslated, and they have a copy. So imagine they probably archived that one.
Well, no, the copy was picked up as well. That's what I was saying, is we could look for the copy and see if that could be located in the city.
I mean, you could try.
You know what? Why not? Let's give it a whirl. So yeah, locate object.
Not here.
Fucker.
Yeah, you received
That's worth a
no.
shot.
Yeah, it was. You received no ping.
Yeah, they might have
So
just
it's
burned
out
it
of
or
the city.
destroyed it.
It's
Or,
not really.
or it's out of the city.
Locate object isn't that great a range.
Yeah, it doesn't extend through the width and breadth of the city.
We could try different areas of the city.
You could try and go a bit more into the middle of city.
That too. Does anybody have opinions? Rain has given options. What opinions?
I would say try and go to the middle
Not
of the
you,
city.
the quiet ones in the cheap seats. Speak up.
Zarzul, what do?
Stealing all my lines.
Maybe head over to towards the more affluent part of the city. Maybe make an idea around there.
I'm gonna suggest somewhere like right around. Oh, not there. The bottom quadrant in here. This section right here.
I assume you take Pufflesworth with you.
No, not for this.
Probably just walking around with. Besides, they already. Remember, I also called the clergy to cleanse the building.
Mm-hmm.
Just so no one else started walking in and got injured.
You do not receive a ping. There's no feeling that the object is within distance.
Yeah. Like we also talked about, they might also have. We already know that there was some matter of censorship probably happening in town, so someone may just have burned it instead of just, actually sending it.
Yeah.
It could be out of the city, it could be destroyed, it could be wrapped in lead, or just have a thin sheet nearby.
Yep.
Sometimes people can be careful. Someone who can perfectly sign Cornelius' name, for example.
Who can do that?
I wonder.
I mean, at this point, probably Zarzul.
Not really. The kobold hands don't work that well for writing.
Yeah, but you're max dex. You've got technique.
Okay, well. But that's spent. Something we also could do is do a little bit of householding. Because we had. Not householding, sorry.
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but that room's getting a bit of a scent to it as he jabs in the direction of Malgurn's.
Well, I was more referring to some of the items we have are not using. We could probably give it up to the focal clumps to disintegrate for other things.
Oh, right.
But yes, that is also a very good point.
I mean, we still no second floor over there. To the room above the kitchen. So, what
So,
all do you have?
one of the items I was thinking of was, for instance, the blood jug that refills with blood every day. I'm not sure we're gonna need it, as I do not believe any of our party members is currently a vampire.
You say that, but then the next day we have a vampire we have to take care of. And then what happens then? What happens then? We are out of a vampire food source.
As you wave annoyedly at Orbison, get out of the window, you keep sparkling.
Oh no. It's
And then
that
hold up, we have to move to the emergency food supply.
Yeah, exactly. You can drink a pint of blood without getting sick.
I imagine Pufflesworth or Rain would be the vampire, just to make it harder.
No, rain would be expected at this point.
She's actually a were-rat.
But yeah, we could also sell them the armband that has one charge of True Strike. Might get 50 gold for that.
I
We'd be
mean, if
lucky
you
to
pay
get
me 10
5.
gold, I'll take it off your hands.
Yeah.
A reminder that Mulch himself on Saltmarsh has a pair of trousers. Once a day, he can cast True Strike with it. So he has to pick his moment well.
As a bonus action?
No.
As a bonus action, it might be useful.
Yeah, it'd be too useful. That's why it's an action. And therefore worthless.
Also see there's some that has to be changed here. You can see we had a little too many potions.
I'm sure a few of them
So
got
it's-
chugged.
Yeah, I already removed them from here. So who currently has a greater healing potion?
I do.
I think I've only got a regular potion on me. No, I've got a great healing on me.
Okay.
2.
Because here it says Castalia has 1 Malgern, 1 Sazul, 1 now.
Yep.
And we have 3 others. And we have 1 normal healing potion. I have 1 normal healing potion on me.
Droop still has 1 normal healing potion.
Okay. But yeah, is there anything in the treasury? Because we have so much shit here, and I think we could just get rid of some of this.
Thanks, man.
If we
All
could probably
carefully
get rid of-
conjured up.
We could get rid of 3/4 of it easily, probably. Just take a huge lot down to the
Yeah.
fuzzle clumps, and they can do what they do with it.
Gotta remove some of this stuff because I know this is not relevant any longer.
Are you sure about that?
Well, it's stuff we have dealt with, and one of them was like 75 silver, which I know is just in the pouch now. So things like that. Yeah, this one is also gone. This is also gone.
Still a mysterious amount of platinum underneath the cobalt.
A small brown burnt bag, I think was the bag of boom. So I'm just gonna remove that because that's the Malgurns.
Yep, that's identified.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we have a black bag of false stuff.
Yeah. Full of like costume jewelry and shit.
Mhm.
You decided to keep a hold of that just in case for trickery purposes.
Yeah. The shiny porcelain doll set, that's gone, right?
Yeah. That's, well, it's
Yeah,
not
that's been
gone.
gone.
It is just not under
I
your
wonder
control.
who got rid of that.
It's not that it's gone. It's just not under your control.
And yeah, then we have the mirror that shows you as an old person. Then we have the shield with the magic illusion that shows you your preferred sexual partner.
Yep, Rain's using that because it doesn't show an image.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the figure of a troll that we just know is magic.
Yeah, it regrows its limbs.
The chessboard and pieces, ivory obsidian,
Pretty sure you
magic.
sold that off.
Oh yeah, I think we sold that in the town.
I tried, I didn't manage it.
Oh, so we still have it then?
I think so. Because I was missing some pieces, which didn't help the sale.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I think we could probably also sell that off. Then we have the single sandal with inlaid sapphires. went up to people. Do you know this thing?
Do you recognize this shoe?
I'm pretty certain that we have eaten this death cheese, or it has gone off by now.
It doesn't go off.
Okay, I would think we'd still have death cheese.
You've had some of it with your death wine.
Apparently, we also still have a healer's kit that has 10 uses, so
Yeah, never
someone should
used.
probably. Oh yeah, that's me that has that actually. So
Yeah.
I might as well take it off here.
There's always just someone who's cure wounds.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, also an old bone key.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have 2 days of clean meat any longer.
The bone key, I believe, was also found in the Zwart pile.
4 vials of poison thin cut.
Yeah, you stole
Oh, yeah,
them
we got
from the
from Thin
goblin.
Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's Sazul that has those, right? You
Would be,
use
yeah.
the
He's
poison.
shifty.
No, I was using some death cap mushrooms when I was trying to poison somebody.
Well, you might as well take them then. You're the ones using it.
And you tried the poison Albert. Isn't it good that didn't happen?
So yeah, Sazul, if you've got to write the vials of poison from Thin Cut.
Okay, I'll grab that.
And we have the rope plus flask of oil. I think we use that to detonate the tomb. We still have the book of 4 things to do with potatoes, 600 pages in halfling.
Yep. Why would you get rid of that? It's informative.
Also, I'm gonna remove from the treasury 1 Nero bra plane? Question mark.
Yeah, that's when you stole the necromancer's underwear.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just gonna remove that because I know Rain has that. Am I lying?
No, she left it in the general. She doesn't carry that with her.
She left it in the general?
Yeah, just in the general group stuff.
Yeah, and the mound of shit in the secret room.
Yeah.
There's just one slightly decorative necromancer bra. If Goth Knight kicks in Raxis City, Rain might have part of an outfit.
We have
Do we want to try and sell the spyglass or hold on to that?
I imagine that we can still use the spyglass.
Yeah, that can be useful at some point in time.
Then we have the silver box was trapped. I think that was the one where it's like just a lot of gas came out of it. I think it's just a silver box now.
No, you gave that one up.
I gave that up. Oh, that was the knights that took that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is slave chain. One slug DC 19 to open unless command word is used. I think Rain also has that one.
Should have used that during the
No.
arena fight.
I'm gonna take the 4 gray seats off because I think we've given those to.
Her nickname at the arena is now the Reign of Pain.
Did we ever get? Yeah, I think we got that shiny bone dagger with the necromantic magic we got rid of. Was it cursed?
As far as you could tell, you didn't know one way or another.
Or do we still have that? I can't remember if Sazul managed to get rid of it.
I think it's still stashed because it's just a case of where could you ever sell this?
Mm-hmm. Well, we could probably bring that to the Foggle clumps as well if they want to see if they want to have items they can disintegrate.
Where do you get the idea that they do this?
I don't know. I guess I've just played too much MMO.
Yeah. Just wondering, like, why do you keep thinking they're going to disintegrate this down or make new items out of it?
This magic helmet we supposedly have.
Your magic helmet?
There's a magic helmet listed there. Unseen servant to maintain armor once a day.
Yeah. There was talk of giving Malgurn that, and then you didn't.
I think it's more that we. Yeah, he has the hat, but it was more like if he wanted it, I don't think he took it.
I don't have any more attunement slots. Was I think the reason.
You always give up
I
the
don't have
hat.
the premium subscription.
I mean, some magic items doesn't need attunement, I think. Oh yeah, the hat. Yeah, like the question, like, is the hat attunement?
Yeah.
Yeah, the question is, do you still want to walk around with a bowl, or do you want a fancy magic helmet?
Apparently he's
Like, do you
deliberating
want?
on that. It's a tough thing to think about.
Yeah.
Do I want rats, bats, and frogs, or someone to clean me?
The hat is pretty cool.
Well, you can still keep the magic helmet and then just have the hat for other purposes. How about that?
Okay.
When we go into the dungeon, you can put on the helmet to protect your noggin.
What is this helmet I have?
It's just a magic helmet that lets you cast Unseen Servant to maintain your armor every day.
Yeah. Basically, it's a ghostly squire.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we could also see if we could find someone who can figure out what these 4 color stones with orc signs are.
You could. But who would you go to for that?
Yeah, that's the question. I guess we could go ask the at the bar with the elf. I can't never remember what that bar is called, but the one up here next to the clerical district.
The foam crowned hammer.
The foam crowned hammer. He might know someone. Is there anything anyone else wants to figure out about some of the items we have?
Dragon scale scarf unknown. What the hell was that?
I think that's something we found down in the caves, the cursed caves with the kobolds, the mine.
The Cursed Kobold Caves?
Yeah.
The Cursed Kobold
Possibly,
Caves? The
Oh yeah,
Cursed
that's also
Combative
where we
Kobold
have.
Caves? Yes.
Yeah, I think we just don't know why it's there. I don't think it's magical. Probably have see if the Puckleclumps can see anything about it, know anything about it. If anyone wants to do that while some of us go to the foam hammer.
I'll go with Cornelius to the foam hammer.
I was gonna go with Cornelius to the bar.
But you can also.
No. We're not allowed together. Keep fighting on the way.
Go if there's an elf going.
I'll go to the Puggleclumps.
All right.
Hold
I'll go with
hands.
Castalia.
Yeah, if you want to take anything other with you to the Puckleclumps that you see if they can figure out, then just look at the treasury list.
So, what are we taking exactly? The armband of True Strike?
Well, just remember, this was me thinking that they could do something because apparently there was something I just let myself believe could happen.
No. You just thought, oh, they'll give me some mana ether for us or something. Yes, break it down into component parts. I can craft something.
I didn't know Cornelius was a primal.
Anyway, while you figure that out, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
And the party ceases moving.
Hey, I've done a lot of talking today. I made a thing happen.
That's true. It's up to you, Free, now. Go.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. That's right, motherfuckers.
Yeah, no,
You don't have your
Garen.
wizards to rely on for dialogue. Get talking. Be proactive. Do things.
How much crap are you carting to the focal clumps? Are you gonna need people to carry that?
Fair amount.
We don't even know whether they'll actually be able to do anything with it. Well, they probably can't.
Might be able to
I
sell it
don't
at
know.
least.
Some of them might. Yeah, that's probably what we'll end up doing.
Yeah. I guess it's whether see if they'd be interested to buy a few things just as an interest piece for them. There is possible things for them to research or look into how things work. They might be interested.
There's nothing from a DM to say here. It's all on you guys right now to decide.
Well, Rain is going with Cornelius.
Yes, yes, like I said, they don't have their wizards to rely on this time. Pick 2 items each. There we go. We'll start with that. That you're interested in or just want to get rid of.
All of them. I want to get rid of all of them.
Why?
Me ain't using them. I don't give a shit. Simple as
We're
that.
keeping the one that does your hair and your makeup.
Well, you'd better make sure you keep that one, because otherwise it's going out. We're doing dad policy. It's here. It's getting thrown out. You better take it.
Or we could do bored mom policy and ask yourself, does this bring you joy?
No, we don't do that.
We don't do that
right.
here.
You decide right now, or it gets thrown out. That's how it works.
Okay. Who has claimed the pillow of hard sleep?
I've claimed that one. I use it every night.
She kind of needs it.
Okay.
I'm surprised Cornelius doesn't have that.
Not fluffy enough
Help
for
him
him.
sleep at night.
Well, it's because he doesn't go to bed with congrats.
Well, never mind.
You've got that much in bed with you, you kind of need an aid to sleep. We're not doing dad rules, you're not just chucking everything out, just pick 2 items.
Okay, we're gonna throw out the one fucking owlbear.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe the focal clumps will take that.
You can't
You
disagree,
don't get a
Rain, you're
say
currently
in
at the
this
bar.
anymore.
Yeah, the wizards aren't here anymore.
And I'm back.
Okay, I'm gonna take the useless armband and the chest set. Let's see if we can get rid of those 2.
Let's see.
Alright, that's Zarzul done. Malgern.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Castalia.
Uh,
I've had to limit them like kids, they just get to pick 2 to take.
let's see. Let's get rid of the great axe and the magic helmet.
No, I took the magic helmet.
The one that gives you an unseen servant to maintain armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I took
What about
that.
your rat hat?
I can go back and forth.
A man can have more than one hat.
Yeah, I'm allowed to
One's
have.
formal wear.
Is this
Yeah.
is this the part where Castalia goes, "No, you've got to pick one"? Yeah.
No, I'm not that cruel.
That was
Well, then
Rain that
let's
did
get rid
that.
Let's get rid of that wedding dress we've had forever.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Great
Wow.
axe and a wedding dress. Lizzie Borden combo.
Now I think about it, I'm almost tempted to say, do we want to try and find out who the wedding dress belonged to? Maybe there's a family still here that might be interested in getting it back.
I thought we tried that already. I thought we did that.
Yeah, they didn't
I
have any
don't
records
care.
on it
Does it up the
surviving.
value? Are we going to get anything
Yeah,
more out of it?
We
They-
got the Focal Clumps to look at it. They said they were the one who made it, but they don't know who it belongs to at this point.
It's also amazing because it has so many magical effects to it, and they just want to say, let's get rid of it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Well,
Well, nobody's using it.
If we're doing Marie Kondo, Rain is stealing the slave chain just to make sure that doesn't get Marie Kondoed away.
I have no idea who that is.
This does not spark joy.
What about the 10-foot pole? We still need that.
As an adventuring essential, and apparently you never bring it.
Yeah. Why do we have seashells?
Those are the message ones that
You
Cornelius
don't know
and
what
Rain
the
use a
shells
lot.
are for?
Yeah.
And John. Remember, he's on your network too.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's in the treasury, actually.
You had to put him on the family plan.
Did you already use the scrolls to jot into your spellbook?
Oh, yeah, the one at the bottom. Well, I know I took the one with the conversion, the one with fire, ice, shield scroll.
Okay, but you haven't used Scorchers yet?
No.
Okay.
I think it's the one. Oh yeah, I think right now I have both of those scrolls because I'm trying to figure out
How you can work to manipulate the elements, yes.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to figure out how to work those out so I can change some of the spells to just switch between the elements from hot or cold.
So kind of like the book Speculization Wizard.
Maybe.
Still surprised
It's
they want to chuck away a wedding dress. These are suboptimal players, honestly. It's very effective armor. Very meta.
it's a nice wedding dress, but again, nobody wears it.
It would be fine for Cornelius.
Zarzul could wear it. He's been offered brides, now it's his time to be one.
Actually, for a wizard, it wouldn't be half bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have standards.
No. Don't you fucking
Yes,
lie.
I do.
You have obstacles and hindrances. That's what you have.
It would give you an extra 2 AC? Yeah, 2 AC. And Expedized Retreat's pretty good. Sanctuary's pretty great. Levitation, not bad.
I'm not arguing that the spells aren't great. I'm just arguing I'm not wearing a fucking wedding dress.
I mean, it would also
Alright.
obviously work well for Rain and Castalia as well, and Malgern. Because Malgern's got pretty good decks.
Yes, I do.
Well, what type of armor is Rain wearing? Still leather?
Just lever.
Bold of you to assume she's wearing armor.
Yeah, then the wedding dress would actually be more.
But she can't change it to have pockets.
No,
I also like the part where it takes 1 hour to remove the wedding dress.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's very thematic. All the spells as well. It's all set up to fit the bridal theme.
well, then wedding dress and Great X are going. And I hear no objections, so there they go.
Yeah, like the only thing I can think of keeping it is just as maybe we meet someone there who will have it for sentimental value, but other than that, it doesn't really.
I mean, you can see Congrats has one, like, a thought of why you might want to keep it. But he's also not ready to say it. Also, wouldn't that be a fun thing, Rain, to show up in that to Horizon West apartment? So I've been
that would be a
thinking.
disaster.
Well, I guess it's the trio that has to figure out if they want to push Congrats on that. Oh wait, not the trio, the duo. Sorry.
No, it is a trio.
Didn't Malgun go with us?
No, I went to the Fog.
Okay, so you changed your mind. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I guess
Any
they
of-
don't push him.
Yep.
Let's leave them with their indecision. Let's jump to the Wizards.
No. I'm. Oh yeah, because we're not there right now. Bugger.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
why
yeah.
I'm saying it.
You haven't left yet, really. You're all just sort of arranging.
Well,
Yeah.
in that case,
Okay.
then Rain would push and say, "Did you have something you wanted to say?"
It's just
Oh. I just make
Why
a
don't
quick.
you keep it
Cornelius
for
gotta make a. Cornelius gotta make a quick one last sending. To indiscreet to. Congrats. I'm just gonna ask. Do you wish to save this for someone else?
It's just
There's all these 25 words. I don't know how many of those stammers count as a word.
no, that's the end of his message.
Yeah.
Rain just kind of steps in and says, I think we should keep that just in case somebody needs one.
Well, fine. All right, let's see what else. Probably the hourglasses. Yeah, let's probably take those.
I've been waiting for a while for Cornelius to use sending on congrats.
Well, I guess I'll take the great axe and the hourglasses. So,
Yeah, that's fine. Just be careful with the hourglasses. Don't jostle them.
Yeah. Don't think they'll sell for much. No, wait, why do we have these?
Which,
The hourglasses?
because I took them from the hag that was cursed item, I didn't want to have someone accidentally grabbing them.
But don't the hags know exactly where they are then?
Probably. Like, we only found out about that recently.
I guess we should slate them for destruction.
Yeah.
Why do we have this blatantly cursed object?
That's a good question.
Because we're an adventuring party, damn it.
Yeah.
Because we picked it up.
I will see if the Fuggle Clumps can destroy this, and I don't even know if it's really that safe to destroy. Does that invoke curse when you destroy it?
It's why I like the idea of it, even
Just have
though
rain throw it in the fire.
it's why I like the idea of it, even though Cornelius almost killed himself by identifying the hand, he still kept it in his room. You know, it's a weird display. It's a conversation starter. That's what that is. You know?
Yeah.
Same
You
with the
have that
hourglasses. I
one-
mean,
yeah.
that would really start a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, you basically just tell someone, and then you can see what their intelligence level is if they then insist on touching it as soon as you leave the room. If they don't trust the wizard to say, "Oh yes, that thing there will curse you with age in one or the other direction. Do not touch it. Now I'm gonna leave and get some wine." And then you come back and you find a baby on the floor. Well, someone didn't listen.
All right, because I'm giving this over to someone else who does not know what it does. What does it do so we can instruct them so they can be careful? I don't want to be run out of town because all of a sudden the magic item creators are now either incredibly old,
You know-
incredibly young, or desiccated skeletons.
You know, maybe inform them of this device and let them come over and get it too. Maybe they have some vessel they can carry it in a protective device.
I'm just enjoying the
imagine
visual of like a squad of gnomes in environmental sealed suits, but for magic. So
Yeah,
it's mainly just like the paper suits, but they just have these massive big brass bands and copper rods on them as well, with runes carved in.
Yep. They've got detectors, and as they come up to our house, they go,
and then they just put it over. Cornelius is just going.
They're already putting the yellow tape over the door around the premises.
Are we getting rid of the useless armband with True Strike?
Yeah, SARS will claim
Yes.
that one to get rid of it.
All right.
With its singular charge, if it does not come back, of True Strike.
And let's see, we are getting rid of the blood jug.
Like I said, I don't foresee one of us becoming a vampire in the near future.
Yeah, but did anyone claim it?
I mean, don't forget, there's
No.
also... Sometimes blood is a material component for spells.
Yes.
I mean, that would also.
And sometimes you just need blood.
we don't want to try and think about where the blood is actually coming from.
Where it is
Same.
constantly coming from.
All right, what about the cloth of healing?
I imagine we can still use that.
The quick change ring.
I think
I thought Rain
Rain
had
is
that.
kept.
Rain
I think
has
Rain
that.
has that. Yeah.
With its
Okay,
pretty
the-
dress that she refused to ever use.
Okay, and the vine wooden sword.
I've got that one.
Okay, are you actually using it?
He's forgetting
I
to.
have it. I don't use it a lot.
You should use it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, there's also the armor of Agathis that you could use to get 50 temporary hit point.
Great. Well, what about the droopy worm knife?
The +1 dagger bludgeoning flings
Yeah.
fire damage d6 30
Yeah.
feet and light flammable objects.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can probably get rid
could
of
have been
that.
You could have been using that in Rain, just to light her the fuck up.
Yes, it give. Never mind. I will get rid of the droopy worm knife +1 and the great axe +1.
Very judgmental of that magic list. Do you have a third you want to pick out, or are you happy with that?
And of course, the wizard stationary is, of course, already claimed.
Yeah.
It has a
Considering
desk.
That was my favorite moment as well, of the relationship between Rain and Cornelius. You can pick one. The fancy bed or the writing desk.
That was last week. You can go back now.
Zarzul could get himself a fancy bed. And then for
I
some
could
reason
get
put it in the
myself a
kitchen.
bed. To get a small mattress just to shove underneath the table. Somebody comes in. Is that where the wolf sleeps?
No, he's got his bedroom.
No, that's where the kobold goes. Yeah.
All right, Malgern, what were your picks to get rid of?
Oh, I thought we were picking what we were keeping.
this is what we're getting rid of.
Okay, I thought you were asking what I wanted to keep, and we were getting rid of what we didn't want.
Every fucking time.
What? I just misunderstood what was happening. I was like, I'll take the helmet.
Yeah, you get to keep the helmet.
Yeah, I know. So I thought we were picking things we wanted to keep, and everything else was going away.
So, the wizards are at the pub.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
It is very early, but there's a breakfast service. There's a few people lounging around. Take in that familiar air. It's actually clean. There's a lemony freshness to it all. The overweight, worn-out looking elf behind the bar is very happy, glancing occasionally at the long list going from one end of a wall to the next of the names of champions of his drinking contest. Congrats, proudly there. Pretty much the only one not in common.
How many drinking contests have you been having since we were last here?
Oh no, if you look on his, like, Congrats is one of the most recent. There's only like 2 more champions.
No, it was the elf I was asking because you said it was getting ever longer, so I'm just wondering how many he's been having.
It's kind of a thing. I was meant to do it sort of annually, but then that was a bit short, so decided, maybe twice a summer. But then, like autumn and winter of a more drinking month. So we just do it now and again. Suppose I probably should have put dates on them.
It would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a terrible one now. It's been a bit of a while. Competed in a few myself, so I'm definitely not remembering when those happened. So, wine, fruit-based drink for the lady.
The lady can request a drink. I think I'll be skipping just for some tea for today.
Alright.
I'll just take something light. I don't want to be under the weather today.
Light. Let's see now. Yeah, we got some nice berry squeezins. That'll do. And we give it a jag of
Thanks.
honey. Give it a bit of a shake. A scooch of wine. And that should be alright, yeah. I'm only joking. Like, I serve that one all the time. It's perfectly fine.
Now,
So-
Rena, I hope you remember what it was we actually came here to ask, because it went completely through my mind.
Nope.
For fuck's sake.
Nope.
So she's sipping her drink, and Cornelius is just standing there, and the silence continues.
Yeah.
We were going to. Oh. I forgot because I was so focused on the conversation about the item.
Yeah.
So,
Does anyone else
Oh.
remember?
what you's up to?
Oh,
Do
You,
you
somebody help
remember?
me.
Done any further daring do's?
Oh,
Um,
well, you
we
could
did
definitely
have
say that.
some undead Onis.
Oh, that's well nasty. Wait, you did the Onis before?
We
Yeah.
did them again.
Oh wow, a repeat show.
It was the same Onis.
Yeah, it must have been easier then. I mean, you knew everything about them.
Actually, it was easier. Yeah, thankfully.
Oh, you want to be careful as well. I heard a priest of Kalemvor got booted last night on the east side.
That was me.
Oh, doesn't show.
Thank you.
There's this big
I
fuck
point
off
at the-
bruise on her right side of her face.
I just point at Cornelius and say, he reduced me and then kicked me.
Oh. You all right about it?
We've got settled. We're fine.
Okay. I mean, it's never like I'm just gonna say this now. If it's come to blows, it's probably not a good idea to keep this together. You know, you both should probably get some time alone to think. Maybe just hang with friends. You know.
She looks very confused and doesn't seem to comprehend what he's saying at all.
Look, it's perfectly fine. Okay, there's a safe space where you can get advice, hang out with friends, and I know it's not just one side. Okay.
She's now clued in and just we're not together.
Okay.
We're
Why
friends.
does everyone think that?
Well, it's just normally like coming to blows comes up sort of only in the bad times, really.
No.
What?
We were in the arena.
Oh, never mind then. That just happens all the time. Nice.
Mm.
You gonna make a
To be
career
fair,
of it?
No. This
Oh,
was
not the kicking.
a
I just mean,
one-off.
you know, you could. I mean, we don't really have enough women fighters in the arena. We got a few, but some of them just rotate out due to merc work and all that there sort of thing. So it'd be good to get some fresh people in.
No, I don't think we're going to be doing much in the way of arena-ing, but maybe if the situation calls for it.
As Malgurn is sitting at home thinking of how he'd look with that belt. He doesn't know if they sell a belt or anything, but he's thinking it could have a nice shiny belt. He could be the champion. He could beat Salamez.
I pay to see that.
So would other people. It would actually make money.
Well, to be fair, it probably wasn't the greatest hour of my life, considering what I already did. Within my involvement with the Onis as well, probably should have not have won that fight.
Yeah, well, as long as it was entertaining, I mean, that's the main thing with the crowd.
I seem to recall a lot of cheering.
Oh, there was a lot of cheering.
And some awkward calls.
I think some women were asking as to your presence in their bedchambers.
Oh,
You still
So
have
is
the
that why
note
I
on you,
haven't-
you realize it's in your
Yeah.
pocket.
so is that what this means? As I hold up the Elvish address.
I just kind of give him the look. Yes, yes, Cornelius.
Well, you be careful there, Vin.
No.
I happen to know that girl, and I won't have her heart broken.
Oh.
Don't worry, he didn't even realize what it was.
That can be worse sometimes. Anyway,
Oh no.
I assume you came in for a reason. I mean, you're not really buying much in liquidations.
Fuck me. Oh, please, people help me.
I gave you all that time.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why you're going to the bar, but anyway, never mind.
No, there was a reason for it. It was because we needed some information
You were
regarding
going
this.
to ask him about the orc runestones.
The Arc Runestones. That was it. Yeah. Thank you.
This whole time, I was ready to say, but it's just so much fun to watch them brain fart. And then even kick up a conversation to give them more time.
Yeah. Well, the problem is now we have to focus on the conversation, so it's not helping to remember. Especially when it's not even near the conversation. Oh, would you happen to know of anyone who has any knowledge of orcs and the language?
Well, a wee bit rusty. I mean, it's been a few decades since we've actually had regulars, but yeah, I know a wee bit, and I can probably find them. Hey. Yowen! Yeah, Yowen. Do us a favour, which of you's got the better arm? Hey, you, lob that at, him down there. Try to get the head. As you're handed just an apple. He gives it the range, he's got the bigger arms.
She
What?
takes it?
No, he passes you an apple to throw at him.
Ah,
Oh, so she throws it at him. Okay.
It wangs off his head. You see this grouchy... At first you mistake it for a dwarf, but it's just a rotund man. Like, he's excessively hairy as well. Like, he's got those kind of sideburns that creep up, right up the cheeks. If fucker you want that, I'll take you on! And his head smacks down the table. Yowen. Yowen, your tab's due. I'm not fucking ready, I'm not ready! Up here, come on. You can work a little bit off, come on. He shuffles and hobbles along. Dude looks about getting close to 60. Until you see his hands and realize he's probably only about 30. He looks like he's lived rough. Yowen here, a bit of a tracker. A bit of a wild man. Had some good contact with him, so... Come on, sit yourself down, make yourself look presentable. There is a drink in it for you, as he fills like 2 millimeters of booze into a cup, which is immediately snatched up. There you go. These lovely people who tell great stories and also took part in our drinking contest a couple of weeks ago with that massive brass guy. They have a question for you, maybe. Probably more? Maybe more questions?
Cornelius said as I introduced myself to the man.
Yowen. That's first and last.
Rain.
Okay. Ooh, right, I am alright. I have this. I am in control.
Good. We have a few questions. We heard you might have some expertise on the orcs.
Yeah, second and third wife. Yeah, I know a bit.
Okay. We wonder if you knew anything about these. As I then revealed the
Oh, yeah.
dice or was it?
They have little, like, rune chunks, little stones and bones. Yeah, he just scoops them out of your hand. You see him close his hand, rattle them together. Will the next drink be a good one? Just lets them go. Hey, it will be. Barkeep, I'll have a drink. Fucking always good in my place. Yeah, they use these for, Like it's normally a shaman that would keep them, but sometimes like a raiding. Well, they didn't have raiding groups with Afghan, but if they're going out on their own for a bit, they'll have them just to check the fates.
The
It's
omens.
it's Augustine. You ask a question to the heavens, roll the bones, and then you see if it's good or bad.
I see.
Yeah.
Since you're mentioning having close relations with the orcs, is there anything you could tell us about the current situations with them?
It's all a fucking mess, man. I mean, like, where do you even begin with that?
Well, let's take one step at a time as I signal for.
Both of you pull out your notebooks with quills.
Well, I also signal for some something for the man to drink.
It's a smidgen of booze and a lot of water. I feel like the fates have lied to me, but yes, all right. Yeah. So give me something to start with. I can go. I mean,
I suppose if you can tell us what is the biggest change of the orcs recently?
Oh, it's the same old thing. Leadership. There were like you see him start to like drag his finger in the air like he's counting out. When I was there was Goffric. He had an axe nickname, the Chopper, the Cleaver. He was actually more like lumberjacking was his thing. He actually like made a lot that way. Because we were at truce, peacetime, that sort of thing. Then there was after Goffric, there was it was a D name. Ruganov. It was a weird name, but he only lasted for a little while because there were like giant tribes, and then he got flattened one day. But yeah, they all had the same wife though. Like there was different chieftains, but there always be one woman in charge. Kariga. She was hideous but amazing. It's a weird combination of woman. You've probably seen the kind like. They walk in, they are woman of the wild, they reek, they've got scars all over them, their hair's a mess, but they have just the presence, Like you just think, holy shit, this woman could snap me in two, and I will say, please, yes, ma'am.
And he is probably just going to try and convert it into the most intimidating noble woman he's ever seen.
Yeah, you're just thinking, she has 4 times the land I do. Okay, I'm on the same wavelength, I've got you. Yes, prestige.
She has huge tracts of land.
Yes. That is the exact joke I was making.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like she was the thinker, she was the doer, and then they were just sort of what is it? It's like a toy thing that people look at. Figurehead. So, like, they would organize, manage. They were sort of like work bosses, labor bosses, sort of thing. Nice, personable, in a few times. She was the big one, but she's old. A thing with orcs is they don't usually get past like 40 or 50. It's because too active, too powerful, so the heart goes out and organs fail out there, sort of thing. I think she's pushing like 80. I heard. Probably older. I mean, I knew her about 2 decades before. But then, yeah, then in this newest one, actually, he was before too. Gribnager, the Choker. Choker's the new nickname. He didn't have that before. It used to just be like the Bone Bust, the Bone Break. No, it was fancier than that. It was something like.
I do believe it was something to do with the groinal area.
No, I was saying that's his new one, the Choker. I know the story, and that's terrifying. That there, it's like, he got the previous boss like was crushing his throat, then ripped his manhood off, stuffed it down his mouth, and then squeezed his throat so it couldn't come back up.
Ah,
So, that's fun.
Ooh.
But
Ooh.
but that's the thing, like I did hear like he's got this big claw as well. Like gold and shit. But yeah, he was like he should be very old as well, because he was like yeah, he was between the ones I was sort of with. And then he came back like a year ago. Like his name was starting to get talked about and all, and he's got the new nickname. I don't think it's a kid or anything. But after that, just everything went to shit. Wife kicked me out. Kids didn't want to know me, and then like all the lands got real hostile. Couldn't go hunting or foraging around their territory anymore, and then that territory started getting bigger. So probably him that's the issue.
Did you notice any ritualistical change? Because we have encountered some of the shamans up there. They do not seem to follow regular patterns.
Yeah, I heard from one of the merc guys that apparently were walking around with both eyes. That's fucking wrong. Like, I mean, these were a very nice people for orcs. I mean, still like savage and all. And, I mean, look at this. He starts pulling up his shirt, and you can see these big stab marks and scars and all in him. I mean, this was just disagreements over a bit of food and who was at the well at the time. So, the one on the other side is from the missus. The first one, not the second. Because big guy came challenging, and then he was too big, so I was already out because of her. Didn't even get to get the fisticuffs up. I could have taken him, because you see all the big strong. I am fast. I am lean. He looks like he's trying to shimmy in the seat like a boxer, but he's moving a few centimeters in the sides. Like he's got no flex. But yeah, so they an orc shaman, when they get their like divine blessing, it comes from Grumsh, who is an asshole, and they barely invoke him. But it's traditional thing to have one or two because he keeps them strong. That's the idea. But they have to lose an eye because that's what happened when lost it. Yeah.
It's Grumsh One Eye.
Yeah. There you go. See, clues in the name. And then they're called Eyes of Grumsh. Haha. So, it makes sense. They got to represent. But now, like I said, I was like, whenever he came back, the choker and all, like, I was out quick. Well, we all were. Like, it was mainly just like guys like me, scouts and all, who would actually bother around with that there. Apart from, there was this. I say big, but you know what I mean. I'm meaning Bread, dwarf, big old guy.
I
Carragher.
think we know.
Sure. Okay, that's a name I can apply to him. So this Carragrim, like big fancy guy. Like he still made a trip or two, and then like when the choker was there, it seemed like we were all just sort of splitting off. Like even the main camps and all of the tribe were like a lot of the they've got these big cows. They were running off with them, and then there was more ogres around the place, and then apparently like the giant tribe. Oh, that's right. That's how he showed up. Choker with a big entourage of mainly hill giants. No, the big fat ones, stupid ones. Yeah, big gold claw and all that there. So then he shows up. It all goes to shit. I am out of there, and I am in here, and other places too. I mean, I've got another place.
So they've had an entire effectively religious revolution here.
It's that too, but also like I said, Kariga, the big woman, she was, the voice. She was everything about that there. Like the guys there were just sort of there to keep up appearances or to do some menial work, lead the guys. Like the chieftain hadn't been the power for a while, and then no sign of her whenever the choker shows up. Like I think she might have just gotten out before that there. She's real old now.
Rain is looking like she's thinking, but she's not going to be talking until they leave.
He continues to drink in front of you as you stand there in front of him. Was it good? Helpful? Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good.
Oh, yes,
We're just-
very.
Anything more you need to know? As he sets his glass down, you can see him tapping the back of his finger against the side of it.
I suppose the only thing I have to ask is if you have any thoughts or opinions about what is happening.
Well, I mean, it's all about what's the right term? The cult of presence. So it's like they respond to strength. That's why I've had a second wife instead of just the first. Second wife was much nicer. Really big arse, like just amazing. So, sorry, I could get lost in there. Might do it again when peace comes.
Okay, yes, that's
So cult of presence?
No, you know what I mean. Like when a chieftain shows up, they stamp their identity on an orc tribe. If it's a small little thing, it's real easy. It's just the biggest orc, the toughest one. They get the big voice. For the tribe here, though, it's been Kariga the whole time. It's been her voice. It's been her who's just been keeping things nice.
another Kariga, probably, as you mentioned, with her advanced age, probably hasn't been able to.
And also, like the Choker showing up with big giants and all, like they're stupid, but they're strong. So that's like a big heavy thing. And then, no, that's it actually. Yeah. So yeah, it's they respond to the strong. So yeah, that's a case of like when an orc is like young, but because they're perfectly like us, easily. Like people say you should just put them down. They're monsters. It's no bother at all. But if they learn, they're just like us. But when they're born, all they want is just ambition, power, strength, all that sort of thing. Like it's a herd mentality thing. It's like you'd see at the arena crowd, that sort of thing.
All right, then. Well, I think I had most of my questions answered.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But most helpful. I believe I have to be on my way, but I don't know about you, Rain.
Yes, I think I'll accompany you. Let's head back to the house, and then we can discuss some things.
And you wonder why people think you're a couple.
I have a boyfriend.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, but that little exchange, you can't tell me that didn't sound like people who are more than acquaintances. Mainly the point of going
colleagues.
to the same house together.
We're colleagues. We share a residence.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not asking for the facts or anything. I'm just pointing out why you get that impression, just to explain why I mentioned it earlier. Enjoy yourselves.
Can you just barely holding inside that some of us has been raised properly?
So, are you going to have that chat, or shall we end the session? Do you want to do it now while it's fresh in the head? Hell, you could probably get the house before these other guys have sorted out for their items, because he keeps showing stuff to Malgurn to make him decide.
No, I got it.
I decided on mine.
There's this tube with thing that I don't think thing and we only have one single sandal. Like the sapphire, the jewel's detached. So let's just keep the jewels. Get rid of the sandal.
Well, that was in order to try and help find the original owner. But
they had their chance.
So Cornelius.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. And what's a black bag of false stuff? Do we really need that?
That was a bag of costume jewelry shit.
Oh, okay. That was that's what that means. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, back to the conversation. As you're getting into the house.
Cornelius, I'm going to point out right now we have a missing princess, we have a missing bishop, and technically the individual who used to be the orc leader is also missing. We're having a swath of missing people. And no rhyme or reason on if they're actually deceased or not.
Turns out they're all the same person. The bishop and princess and the orc queen are all the same person. Master of disguise.
No.
What was his name? Laquac. That was it.
Laquac.
I am Laquac. No, something I'm going to point out is, wouldn't the orc, if the orc, dealt with her, wouldn't they make it a point of saying, yes, I got rid of her? They wouldn't hide that. Which would imply she's still around somewhere.
Well, we haven't heard anything about her being dead, just replaced, so perhaps.
As they go back to the
just
orc expert to ask his opinion, would they?
No. We were done with that.
Yeah.
So somebody's making people disappear, but not actually removing them entirely, which is a bit strange. Either a bunch of people have gone into hiding, or people are making people disappear and then keeping them somewhere.
It does very much feel like someone is trying to sow as much chaos.
I don't like hearing that word anymore. That's out of character.
Don't you want to kill chaos?
What?
No.
What's your issue with chaos?
Yeah, I don't get it.
No. You forget what books I'm reading. Anytime I hear chaos, I'm thinking of one in particular. But
fair enough. We don't know about the one in the Jewish saga.
I'm just thinking of one. I always think of one certain goddess involving in that, and just oh dear. Or Durlaxle. But either way, so
someone's spreading a web of chaos, of course.
Yeah. No, I don't want to hear web either. It's another word I don't want to hear.
To be fair, I think Scotch wants to hear it less.
But
what?
Spider joke.
Spiders.
Ah. I'm not as bad as you have told Looney is with it.
I know. With you, it's the features.
Yeah.
In Rena's case, it's just the existence of Lolth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not like the Drow have ever been involved in this place. I mean, there's been no evidence of them. It's not like they're great at sneaking and hiding.
And then we find out they've been doing deals with Luskin.
I mean, you did find that Drow assassin's dagger.
So yeah, we can sell that, right?
No, Zarzul got it stole from him.
Yeah.
He almost got it. Then he decided to greet the hobgoblin instead of give chase. Maybe today. Yep, go on.
But point is, yeah, I think maybe if we find the bishop, we might actually find a couple more people than what we intended, or at least it'll open the path to these other individuals.
Yes, we should very much be preparing for an expedition very soon. To the south of the town. At least 3, if we have an indication of where he might have disappeared.
And then we jump back to the house where 2 people are sitting with a dwarf as he rummages around in a bag.
No? Did you decide?
Yeah.
All right, then. Let's go.
What'd you decide on?
The sandal and the tube with thing.
The tube with thing just had a scroll in it. You've already gotten rid of that.
You got rid of that?
You kept the scroll case because it was nice looking for a bit.
We don't really need a rain umbrella.
Yeah, probably not.
So yeah, that's above tube with thing.
Since
Mad
it's also
Medulla-
mostly illusionary water anyway, so...
My
Yeah.
God, you're getting rid of Mad Medulla's misery bumbershoot. Yeah, you head to the Foggle Clumps. It is, as it always is, fascinating to behold. Clouds, sparks, running and screaming, panic, and then some dudes who are just standing by a sheep, idly shaving it, smearing something on and watching the wool grow back in strange patterns and formations. And there's still that one who has lost all bone, but he is able to jelly himself along.
I wish I had no bones.
And you find yourselves at the
You
counter.
take a severe strength penalty because of that.
Yeah,
You lose all leverage.
yeah, he's a scientist. He doesn't matter. Hello, hello, hello. Customers, customs, commissions.
A mix of things.
I recognize 2 of you. Possibly 3. Maybe 3.5. He's a big lad. Okay, what can I do for you?
I hope you recognize me.
I've seen you in passing. This is not the same one you've dealt with before. It's a different Fuggle Clump.
Ah,
But you are striking to the eye, so I probably have seen you, yes.
well, we're an adventuring group, and we have come across multiple of items. We no longer need them. We were hoping if you would take them off our hands for a small price, and then probably turn them out for a greater price.
With a pitch like that, you can be assured the price will probably be small, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. So we have here, as he brings out his pearl, and a little stand for his identify. You see he's much more organized and neat and meticulous about it. This band is rather worthless. It's a practical joke, I assume. It's not old enough for it to be worn out or anything like that there. We can give it to one of the students. A gold.
Done.
Good, good. Next one.
I will present the axe.
Oh, that's a heavy one. You, brass lad, please. Yeah, let me just get it up here, and... yes, now, let's see now. Ooh, orcish in nature. Enchantments from their own people as well. That's actually quite rare. That's quite rare. That's good, that's good. We have a very primal harnessing of magical intelligence. Blade still keen and sharp. Yes. Fascinating, fascinating. So it can lodge itself. It has uses. It's innovative. It's worthless. It's worthless. 20 gold.
All right.
He grins and hands over the cash immediately, and the four Fuggle Clumps come through to pick up the axe and carry it off.
Again, must I remind the party that we did a job, and these two were two of the negotiated for 50 gold for the entire group?
Mm-hmm.
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 All right, just saying that was accepted.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And Malgurn's there like, what is money?
Yeah, money's money.
Ah, cool. I should ask Cornelius for my share sometime. Next item, next item.
I am just curious. No, I would almost imagine that Castelli would have known the value of the great axe, being a smith.
It's as much as she cares, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't particularly care.
Even though you made a little sound.
Yep. Chess set next.
Just said, oh, as you can tell, I'm already seeing a problem with this. Yes, indeed, these pieces are boring looking, but there's also ones missing. That's even worse. There's no pizzazz, there's no animation to them. They just stay there.
Was this the same Fuggle Club that bought the shell from Sassuol?
Yes. Yes. Let me see here. Let's flip it over.
To recognize the bullshit he was going with.
Yes, I can see now. No buttons, no levers, no switches. It all just works as it intends, but also pieces missing, so the enchantment is not that good. That's, I'm afraid, I can take. I'll give you a silver for it out of charity.
2.
2, you're already straining my back right now. I'll up it to 1 and 5 copper.
Done.
Alright, next. Time is money, My interest is fading here with these delectable little goods. These mundanes of magic.
How about this? And I place the droopy knife.
Yes, already flawed in design, aesthetically displeasing. However, does serve a purpose. Let's inspect. Let's take a look. I cannot see a great hero flinging this around with any pride. This was no use for a rogue or those who tend to stab deeply. Indeed, yes, it's counterproductive to its own purpose. Still a heat enchantment. It might work for toast. Maybe a scone or 2. 5 silver.
At least have a bit of pride in what you've gotten.
A regular dagger is worth 2 gold.
Yes, but as you
This
can
one
see,
is
this
nice.
one has no point to it. It'll be useful for magical study, but the very idea of this one being a cherished magical piece, I cannot imagine that. If anything, it looks like a flawed experiment if it just manages to work. The educational aspect of this is not at all that viable, and plus, it is, of course, used. A fresh dagger is 2 gold.
Yeah, that is true.
I wish I could see Scotch's face right now.
You knew what was coming.
I don't think
You
he
don't
did.
even want to see my face.
You knew what was coming.
Alright, next item,
I was
please.
hoping not.
I bet you wish we had taken the hourglasses now.
Oh.
I just don't know why we're actively anti-capitalist.
Yeah, I don't understand why y'all hate money.
We're adventurers. We don't give a shit.
No, you do. Very much adventurers
Yeah.
do it for the money.
I don't give a shit.
Money is there to be spent on booze and stuff.
Says the guy sitting on a
Yeah.
pile of platinum
Keep it.
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since the money is going to be should be spent on that, you should want more of it.
Alright, next item, come on. Is that it?
Malgern.
If you guys are finished, yeah, we have the single sandal removed. I removed the jewels. We're keeping those.
He hooks a pen underneath, hooks a quill underneath the sandal, lets it droop, and then casually aims it over the counter and lets it drop while staring at you, Malgern.
And then I present with him. I give him the umbrella too.
Ah, yes, something magical. This I can actually take an interest in. Okay, let's take a look here. I see, yes, one of Mad Medulloch's. Oh, this is actually a rare piece. This is mainly not because it's valued, but because the man himself was, as said, mad. His effects to the enchantments are actually something of note in the Fuggle Emporium of the things not to do. If anything, this is a mistake in front of me. However, it is important to not have mistakes fall into the wrong hands, and then for study, of course, to see what not to do. 4 gold.
I mean, to be fair, that's more than I would have given for that umbrella.
Yeah. That's more than I would have expected. Yeah.
Very well. No returns, no refunds, no exchanges. Thank you very much. This has been a lovely time. Yes, so many things to be witnessed here. Be catalogued, identified, and do you have anything you wish to purchase? We sell much finer goods here.
No.
We can give you a custom commission.
I can probably make it better.
Idea that is a tad rude and also incorrect.
Potentially.
We have here centuries of expertise at the Fuggle Emporium. We're a guild house who have been tinkering, experimenting, and working for many lifetimes.
All right.
So, if there's no further business,
No.
good day then. He just does little wiggle fingers to usher you out. Feel there's a lot of pain over on this side here.
No, not particularly.
Are you sure?
Just wait
Yeah.
until the price of healing potions go up even higher due to the war.
The biggest amount of pain was still where it that was only spared because even Corvus couldn't be that cruel about the fucking shell.
Anyway, we are half an hour over the normal session time, so we're going to leave it off here. Next time, hopefully an expedition begins. Onwards to glory. Alrighty?
Alright. Yep.
I hit the button that says stop stream.